J.J. McCarthy, second year from Michigan, the LaGrange Park, Illinois native, went 27-1 in Michigan. Last time he played a meaningful football game, January 8th of 2024, he beat Michael Penix and the Washington Huskies in the national championship game. The Vikings are wearing their white jerseys against the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. The Bears in their dark home uniforms. Aaron Jones is the tailback. Toss right to Aaron, and he'll run away from Noah Sewell and run out of bounds after a short gain, a gain of maybe 1 or 2. Noah Sewell, Penei Sewell's younger brother, making his first start because T.J. Edwards, one of their best 2 linebackers, was scratched. Speaking of scratches, the best 2 corners for the Bears, Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson, both are out. It's Bears battle 128. And Kevin O'Connell is 5-1 versus the Bears, 3-0 at Soldier Field. Second down and 7 after the 3-yard gallop by Aaron Jones. Jalen Naylor is right, Justin Jefferson is left. The Illinois native, J.J. McCarthy, goes under center, takes a handoff. Here's J.J.'s first pass. It goes to Josh Oliver. He's 1 for 1. Oliver shakes a Tremaine Edmonds tackle far side of the field, and he'll thrust close to a first down. It'll be a gain of 5, Peter.
And I think one of the things is the crowd noise in Chicago. We're not used to it, but they're fired up. Ben Johnson, new head coach, new season. So for J.J. McCarthy, a lot of work, Paul, getting everybody on the same page. And now we're on third down. This is important that you get no pre-snap penalties and everybody sees the snap.
The first third down of J.J. McCarthy's career, 3rd and 2 from his own 33. He goes out of the shotgun. J.J. throws with his right hand. Back to pass. He'll get away from one Bear. He lunges forward, and he's sacked. J.J. McCarthy sacked. Noah Sewell, one of 2 Bears in on the sack. And the Vikings go 3 and out and are punting it away to the Chicago Bears.
Well, it technically wasn't a blitz. It was a blitz kind of look, Paul. And J.J. just had nowhere to go with it and decided to pull that thing down. So only a 4-man pass rush. The Bears last year with only 40 sacks, put them around 16th in the league. So getting pressure on McCarthy and getting pressure on the quarterback is a point of emphasis for them.
Ryan Wright punting, Devin Duvernay to retrieve the punt. Duvernay walks forward, and he'll give it a whirl. Nearly muffed it at the 17. Heads to the right side, shakes the tackle at the 32. Duvernay is taken down from behind by Eric Wilson at the 39 after a 22-yard run. Now, here come the Chicago Bears for the first time on offense.
This is Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go. 6:30 Eastern on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 8:20 on the Sirius XM app.
The Vikings got him 5 times last year in sweeping the Bears. Caleb had 3 touchdowns and 0 picks. He goes out of the shotgun, first down, 1st and 10 from the 39. First Bears offensive possession of the season. Caleb back to pass, looks left, sees nothing, throws right, caught DeAndre Swift at about the 42-yard line. Ivan Pace Jr., he'll roll over there to knock him out of bounds. It's a gain of 3.
Yeah, great job by Van Ginkel on the outside to just... He does it as well as anyone. He can rush, but he can also cover. And did a great job taking away Caleb Williams' #1 read. And he had to start to scramble in the backfield, so hopefully that pass rush will start getting to him.
DeAndre Swift, the single set. Couple of tight ends to the right, 2 receivers left. Play action for Caleb. Jonathan Grenard was all over him, but he was knocked down. Now Caleb's going to throw from the right side of the field all the way to the left. Caught DeAndre Swift, and he shakes on Van Ginkel at the 48. Lunges to about the 50 for an 8-yard gain and a first down for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they're looking with as far as holding and all that goes, but you have Cole Kmet one-on-one with Jonathan Grenard. That's a matchup that you have to win. Now, the Bears are going with an extra offensive lineman. We saw that out of the Lions quite a bit. They still, they'll play action out of this as well. They don't just run the football.
Theo Bernadette is his name. Maybe he's Ben Johnson's new Dan Skipper. First down for the Bears. Caleb Williams goes under center, puts Rome Odunze in motion to the left. It's a handoff. It's a toss to DeAndre Swift, and he weaves his way up the middle, gets by Van Ginkel, but is taken down by Ivan Pace Jr. It'll be a gain of 4, making it 2nd and 6. And speaking of DeAndre Swift, last year he averaged 3.8 yards per run. That was a career low. When he was with Ben Johnson and the Detroit Lions in 2022, Swift went for 5.5 yards per carry. That was a career high. Now he's supplanted by Rutgers rookie Kyle Monangai, who is replacing Roschon Johnson, who scratched. The Bears only have 2 running backs in uniform. It's 2nd down, 2nd and 6 from the Vikings 46. Man in motion to the left. Caleb Williams under center again. Play action. Straight drop. Dumps over the middle. The rookie caught it. Monangai. He'll juke to the left on Cashman at the 37, and he'll lunge ahead for a gain of 11, maybe 12. And that's another first down for the home team.
Well, it's some of the things that we've seen out of Ben Johnson in years past with Detroit are holding up today. And mainly that's the play action, Paul. Keeping the big bodies in there. A couple of tight ends. Play fake. Let the quarterback turn his back on the defense, but then set up. And Caleb is just happy with going with the short throws right now, the checkdowns, those sort of things. They haven't stretched the field with him throwing the football.
Odunze and DJ Moore to the left. Caleb back to pass, throws a fastball over the middle in tight quarters, and it's caught by DJ Moore at about the 30. Gain of 5. He's tackled by Andrew Van Ginkel, who, along with Jonathan Grenard last year, amassed 23.5 sacks and 36 tackles for loss. And when it comes to getting sacked, Caleb Williams getting sacked. The Bears were 0-7 last year when allowing 4 sacks or more. DJ Moore had a career high 98 receptions last year, but a career low 9.5 yards per catch. 2nd down, 2nd and 5 from the Vikings 30. Offset eye right, handoff DeAndre Swift. Jonathan Grenard wraps him up at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It's 3rd and 5.
And that's where Jonathan Grenard, I think, is so underappreciated, Paul. Yes, he's a great pass rusher. Finished the year last year with 12 sacks, but it is so difficult to block him in the run, and he single-handedly defeated that play. That play was run right at him. They had plenty of offensive bodies there to stop him, and he's still able to bring Swift down to create a 3rd and 5. So this is big. The Bears have struggled all last year on opening drives, Paul. They didn't score a single touchdown on their 17 opening drives. 14 of them, no points at all.
First 3rd down of the season for the Bears. 3rd and 5 from the Vikings 30. 3 receivers to the left. Cole Kmet stands up to the right. We're going to have a play stoppage. I believe a timeout.
First charge timeout, Chicago. 30-second timeout.
And Paul, that looked like that's a communication thing. And you know, we talk about the young quarterbacks in these systems, and Ben Lieber, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for how does the program run, and in that case, the play got in late or was called late, and Caleb Williams just said, you know what, timeout, we have to take it.
Well, and we heard, I'm sure you guys heard the same thing that leading into this game, that Ben Johnson wanted to talk to him as much as he could before they cut off communication. So that means getting the play in at the top of the play clock, walking him through some of the alerts, and letting him know as much information as possible before they cut that communication off. Now, listen, this has been a fast and furious first series for them, so that communication is an issue. But the other thing is they can keep checking this ball down. I know that they're moving the ball, they're picking up the first downs, but that's not going to win a football game by checking the ball down to your running back. So good job by our secondary.
Caleb Williams, 4 of 4, 27 yards, first 3rd down. He'll run out to the right. Van Ginkel's in hot pursuit. Fastball to the right by Caleb Williams is caught by Rome Odunze. Near side, Bears bench side of the equation at about the 15. It's a 17-yard hit, and the Bears will scurry to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the Vikings 13.
That's the same sideline, same part of the field that Caleb Williams got us last year. And there we go.
2 receivers left. Williams throws to the left side, and it's caught by Olamide Zaccheaus, a new member of the Bears, unrestricted from the Washington Commanders. Zaccheaus' first catch wearing the colors goes for 6 yards, and it'll be right around 2nd and 4, 8-10 and counting to go in the first quarter. The Vikings went 3 and out on their first possession. Ryan Wright punted it to Devin Duvernay. He had a 22-yard return, and the Bears have amassed several first downs to make it 2nd and 3 from the Vikings 6. Caleb Williams goes under center. A couple of tight ends, Cole Kmet and Colston Loveland, the Michigan rookie.
First charge timeout, Minnesota. 30-second timeout.
A defensive timeout there, Peter.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with just getting the right personnel on the field. As Levi Drake Rodriguez comes back in, and then Jonathan Grenard as well. So I just don't think they had the right people in the huddle that they wanted in this situation, so they took the timeout. And, the first half, Bears already took one, Vikings take one, and here we go.
This will be the 10th play of the Bears' first offensive possession of the season, led by Ben Johnson, their shiny toy new head coach, formerly the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. 10th play, 7 of them have been passes, and they've run a couple of times. This is 2nd and 3 from the Vikings 6. We're scoreless in the first quarter. Offset eye right behind Williams under center. Tight end Durham Smythe is the up back to the right of DeAndre Swift. And DeAndre gets the call, bumps it out to the left, right into the arms of Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner, second-year Alabama, captures DeAndre Swift. It'll be a TFL for 3, 2nd and 6 from the 9.
Yeah, what a great job, too, by Jalen Redmond and Levi Drake Rodriguez, Paul, to get themselves looping the right way and get in the backfield.
Make that third down, my fault.
That play was going nowhere. So one of the best red zone defenses in the league is held up thus far. If we can hold them to a field goal attempt on this drive, that's a big win.
Caleb goes out of the shotgun. Roma Dunze stands tall to the left. Zacchaeus and DJ Moore to the right. Cole Kmet in motion to the left. DeAndre Swift to the right of Williams. Back to pass. Javon Hargrave got through, but then he was picked up. Caleb sprints left to the 10, to the 5. He's hit at the goal line, but it's a touchdown for the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams with fortitude and tenacity runs the Bears to a 6-0 lead.
That's an absolute breakdown by the defensive front. There was absolutely no one out there keeping contained. Nobody rushing from the outside. We had too many defenders on the ground. And the Bears just did something they did not do last year, and that's score a touchdown on the opening drive. So they're going to have to take a long look at this to find out what happened on that play.
Cairo Santos is the Bears kicker. Punter Torrey Taylor holds. And Scott Daly is the long snapper. Snap spot. And Santos' kick splits the uprights on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard. The Bears have had the ball one time. They marched down the field for a touchdown and have taken a 7-0 lead from Soldier Field. It's Minnesota Vikings football.
SiriusXM NBA Radio is your home all year long for 24/7 coverage of the National Basketball Association.
LeBron dribbling, drives to the paint, puts it up, in, and a foul. Are you kidding me?
We are bringing you exclusive access to the biggest basketball stars in the world.
Joined now by the two-time MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
To win a championship moving forward, it never becomes easier. It always becomes harder.
Enjoy interactive, live NBA commentary all day long.
No matter how much talent you have, if you don't play as a team, you can't win.
Let those guys in the front office run the team, dude.
And of course, all the nightly rim-rocking, heart-pounding, buzzer-beating, play-by-play action your ears can handle.
Behind the board, knocks down an 8-foot jumper. SGA has come to play tonight, baby.
Basketball is our life. On SiriusXM NBA Radio Channel 86 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Don't sweat the Sunday morning fantasy football roster decisions.
Need your help, need your help, need your help.
Let the experts of SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio be your guides. Jeff Radcliffe, Jeff Mans, and Matthew Berry's Fantasy Life keep you informed with up-to-the-minute injury news and start-sit advice.
He's a must-start. He's playing a bad defense, and he's going to go off.
Get the info you need on game day all season long on Fantasy Sports Radio, SiriusXM 87 in the car, and on the SiriusXM app.
It's Stephen A. Smith, and I'm officially back. Check me out on SiriusXM. Some of you think y'all have already said it all. Nonsense. You haven't heard sports talk like this. You know me. Passionate, opinionated, and an unfiltered, uncompromising viewpoint. You think you got what it takes to talk sports with me? Well, I'm a phone call away. Holla. But you better bring it. It's the Stephen A. Smith Show at 1 and 6 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio. A show so nice, you get it twice on Channel 82, in the car, and on the SiriusXM app.
This is Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6:30 Eastern on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football. was a Caleb Williams rushing touchdown from 8 yards out. Bears up on the Vikes 7-0. And guys, as we get set to return this kickoff, I want to talk about the U.S. Bank player to watch in this game. And I know that we're all excited about this guy, but Jordan Mason, I think, can be the guy. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to lead everybody in rushing yards, but I think he's going to have an impactful and should have an impactful game. Maybe in the red zone, picking up some touchdowns, but more importantly, some of that tough yardage, third down type of plays. I'm hoping he can be the guy to kind of change this offense.
Boom! Santos' kick lands at about the 8, picked up by Miles Price. Ooh. And Miles Price paid a price at the 24-yard line with that hit he just took. Holy cow. But the undrafted Hoosier held onto the ball. That smacks after a 24-yard return came courtesy of Chris Williams. I believe it was Daniel Hardy, a backup defensive lineman. Holy cow. A nice job by Miles.
Well, that's 2 kick returns, Paul, and I don't think we've gotten to the 30-yard line on any of our returns.
Justin School, left tackle for the Vikings, unrestricted from Tampa Bay. He made his 5th start that first drive. Donovan Jackson, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, Brian O'Neill, and J.J. McCarthy out of the shotgun, swings it right to Justin Jefferson out of the backfield, and Jefferson speeds to the right side to the 25, and Justin's out of bounds at about the 31-yard line, and it'll be make that the 28-yard line, run of 4. It'll be second and about 6.
And Paul, getting a chance to go back and seeing the last drive on the third down, it looked like there was a little bit of a mix-up between Jalen Naylor and Justin Jefferson on the route, which caused J.J. McCarthy to pull that football down.
McCarthy, 1 of 1, 5 yards, under center. Second down, 7-0 Chicago, 2025 regular season opener. Aaron Jones is the tailback, and he gets the call to the right side. He'll bump it back to the left between the hash marks, hit at the line of scrimmage, and Tremaine Edmonds and several Bears bring him down after just a gain of 1, so it's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, just trying to keep things from getting negative, I think, with JJ. It'd be nice to be more efficient in the running game, especially up front. Aaron Jones trying to cut back that last run, and there just wasn't anything there. The Bears are pursuing really well.
The Vikings are 0 of 1 on third down. 5.5 minutes or thereabouts to go in the first quarter from a loud Soldier Field. McCarthy, second-year Michigan. He works out of the shotgun, takes the snap, 4-man rush. JJ looking left. He ducks under 2 Bears who wanted to sack him, but then he stumbles at the 28-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 2 yards. And the Minnesota Vikings offense has gone 3 and out, 2 consecutive possessions.
Yeah, and sacks to end on both third downs. So JJ almost got out of that, but that was some great pressure on the outside. I think Jerron Dexter was part of it, Deo Adangbo in there. So our offensive line's got to do a better job because the Bears are not rushing more than 4.
Ryan Wright takes the Andrew DePaula snap. Devin Duvernay back to return the punt, fields it at his own 18, heads to the right side. He'll shake 1 tackle and angle to the left. Then he's taken down at the 25-yard line. Caleb Williams has a rushing touchdown, and the Chicago Bears have a 7-0 lead in the first quarter on the Northland Ford Dealer scoreboard and the KFAM Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
At Anderson, we understand the challenges of builders and contractors better than most. Here's proof from real pros.
The best service department is the one you don't need, right? But when you do, I know they're going to be there.
The 400 series has earned my trust to the point where we have put it in our own home.
When somebody says Anderson, everybody responds quality.
Helping builders and contractors craft their legacy. Anderson, the #1 trusted window and door brand. Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand surveys of U.S. contractors and builders.
She's Jen, the ultimate Vikings fan.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vikings Jan Show Fan Show. My special guest today is Jared Allen. So, Jared, who you got for the Vikings game this week?
Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. So, that's our show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Minnesota Lottery, who reminds you this could be your year. Play the new
Vikings
Scratch Game for a shot at $100,000, game tickets, and more. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Huddle up, Vikings Nation. Don't let that Skol chant fade. Let it echo through the hallways, the bars, the stadium, and the city. Because when the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns, you'll get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 2/28/26 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
Hi, I'm Amy Hockert with Fox 9. Have you downloaded Fox Local yet? Fox Local is how you stream Fox 9 on your TV or your phone for free. You can watch all of our newscasts, original programming, and all your Gopher and Viking shows.
And welcome back to Vikings Game Day Live. We'll take a look at JJ.
So download Fox Local on your TV or your phone and stay connected to Fox 9 with Fox Local for free.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Welcome back, 7-0 Chicago. Bears ball at their own 25-yard line. Rookie Loveland in motion to the right. Caleb Williams back to pass, dump short, caught DeAndre Swift, and taken down post haste at the line of scrimmage by Andrew Van Ginkel. Football fans, meet Pays, a convenient new online checkout offered by bank and credit unions. Learn more at Pays.com. Also, play like a Viking at Mystic Lake, your game day headquarters. Win prizes all season and enjoy live music at the Twin Cities' newest sports bar, Hop House. It is mysticlake.com. Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen, Chris Hockey, the on-site producer. Technical guidance by Jared Wells. Brian Harper is helping us with stats and spotting. 2nd and 10 for the Bears from their own 25, leading 7-0 with about 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Caleb Williams not yet sacked. Back to pass. He'll run away from a bunch of Vikings right side to the 30. Angles left to the 35, and he slides or topples at the 38. Hits the run of 13 for Caleb Williams, and another Bears first down.
Our defensive line, Paul, is going to have to get a little bit more discipline. It was really Jonathan Allen with a great move to get himself into the backfield, so that's a big win up front. It was great to see Jonathan Allen just absolutely destroy the guard in front of him. But Caleb Williams is so good at moving that the other guys have to be disciplined in their lanes. Now, we're taking Caleb off of his receivers, though. That's probably the only good thing about all this pressure so far.
The Bears have 5 first downs so far compared to 0 for the Vikings. Running, make that wide receiver DJ Moore is in the backfield. He gets the carry right up the middle. Moore runs for 5 yards, making it 2nd and 5 from the Bears 43. And when I discussed the Bears with Kevin O'Connell yesterday, talking about, the Jahmyr Gibbs is a one of a kind. But there are Jahmyr Gibbs plays, and he firmly believed it would be DJ Moore from the backfield and all over the field running those Gibbs plays.
I mean, Ben Johnson knows that DJ Moore is such a great athlete. He's going to put him in space to get him to make plays.
And we just saw DJ run for 5. DeAndre Swift, the tailback, flags. False start for the Bears, first penalty of the season.
False start, number 58 offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Hey, by the way, join Alec Lewis, Nordo, and yours truly this Friday at Buffalo Wild Wings Coon Rapids. It's the Friday Football Feast presented by Coors Light. Visit Vikings.com/BWW to get the full schedule.
And Paul, that right there, the false start, that's been the thorn in the side of this Bears offense for a long time. And, it's good to see them be the first ones that flinch.
Alan Eck is the referee. First time the Vikings have had Alan Eck. Williams out of the shotgun, bounces around. A blitzer was picked up, throws sidearm over the middle. It's caught by Loveland, his first National Football League catch. He'll be short of the first down, but he still gets 8 yards. And it'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the Bears. That's Colston Loveland, the 10th overall pick from Michigan in the most recent draft. He caught 6 touchdowns from J.J. McCarthy when they were together at Michigan.
Yeah, pretty good decision right there by Caleb Williams as he started to scramble and pulled up the underneath coverage and still was able to get rid of that football to the crossing tight end.
The Bears are 2 of 2 on third down. Williams takes a quick snap. He'll throw it out to the left to Rome Odunze, who caught it, but then was touched down behind the line of scrimmage by Isaiah Rodgers, and it's going to be a loss of 4 yards. The Bears tried to get tricky there with that quick snap, didn't they?
They did, and that's the option part of their offense, where if you see the one-on-ones in the matchup on the outside, just quick snap it and get it out there. It was just the ball was thrown way too far behind Rome Odunze. There's nothing he could do, and he's kind of lucky to have brought that down, being it was probably a lateral from this angle.
Tory Taylor punts for the Bears. Miles Price, undrafted Hoosier, averaged 12.5 yards per punt return for Indiana last year. The daily snap to Taylor's good. Punch off the left side of his foot, inside the 20, and bounces out of bounds somewhere in the vicinity of the... Is he saying that thing went out of bounds at the 7-yard line? Or is he separating players?
There's no way. He's separating players. I think should be around the 20-25.
When we return, we'll tell you exactly where it is, but not a bad punt by Tory Taylor. We're late in the first quarter. Bears lead 7-0. Vikings have yet to get a first down. Back shortly to Soldier Field. It's Minnesota Vikings football.
Hi, I'm Andy Bashir, Governor of Kentucky. Outside my official role, I host a podcast on progress, Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. Each week, I sit down with leaders, educators, and everyday folks with extraordinary stories. We talk about what connects us, family, faith, current events, and the challenges we all share. It's an honest conversation and different perspectives. Listen anytime on the SiriusXM app. And join me for a special live show where we can talk together Tuesday at noon on Progress 127.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SiriusXM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more.
It's all on the SiriusXM app.
Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
The hunt for October is on.
Bryce Harper has put the Phillies on top!
And SiriusXM is your home for baseball's playoff chase.
There's the home run for Judge!
From the top seed to the last wild card spot, hear every game and discuss every storyline with the experts of MLB Network Radio.
He's been unbelievable all season.
The race for the postseason is on SiriusXM 89 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Basketball is coming.
Curry, right side, 3.
Good! Who'll be the next team to raise the Larry O'Brien Trophy?
Knocks down an 8-foot jumper, and SGA has come to play tonight, baby.
The new season is just a few weeks away, and our experts are getting you ready all day, every day.
Defensively, they have 0 weaknesses.
You have to make every single game count.
Your home for hoops 24/7, 365 is NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 8:20 on the SiriusXM app.
Scoreboard Central. Brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. You got Josh Allen with 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. Prater with the game winner. 41-40. Bills come back after down 15 in the fourth quarter. Now back to PA.
All right, Muss. The Minnesota Vikings desperately are in search of their first down of the season, and the first quarter's nearly over. Toss left to Jordan Mason. He'll turn it up outside the numbers to the 20, hit at the 24, stopped at the 25. It's a run of 6 by Jordan Mason, the player for whom the Vikings traded with San Francisco. 2nd and 4 from the Vikings 25, 7-0 Chicago.
And like you mentioned Noah Sewell earlier, Paul, he's starting for an injured T.J. Edwards. Did a nice job just scraping from one side to the other and made a great tackle. But this is just it's a 4-man front. Should be pretty simple. Nothing I see technically should give the Vikings problems.
Adam Thielen's in, wide receiver right. Jefferson in motion to the right, now back to the left. Handoff, Jordan Mason bends it up the middle, hit at the 29, and he's taken down by Sewell at about the 30. It's a gain of 5. It's the final play of the first quarter, and it's the first down of the 2025 Minnesota Vikings season. The Chicago Bears took the ball, went 10 plays, 61 yards, took about 5.5 minutes, and it was a 9-yard touchdown run by Caleb Williams that elevated them to a 7-0 lead. Vikings ball when we return to Soldier Field for the second quarter on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings are teaming up to put you in the ride of your dreams. Picture this. You behind the wheel of a brand new 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Nice picture. Make it happen. Stop by your local Quick Trip, and for every $1 you spend using Quick Rewards, you'll earn a point to spend in the Vikings Fan Zone. Buy special qualifying products and earn bonus Fan Zone points. Kick off your winning season the right way with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. Details at quicktrip.com/fanzone.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Minnesota Vikings all season long with your favorite purple and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from US Bank Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Vikings branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Vikings. Shields, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings and football fans everywhere.
Vikings fans, game day starts early at Mystic Lake, home of the official watch party of the Minnesota Vikings. Catch the Vikings take on Pittsburgh all the way from Ireland at 8:30 a.m. Sunday, September 28th. Enjoy food, drink specials, photo ops, a fantastic Vikings merch booth, giveaways, and appearances by Vikings cheerleaders, and the Skull Line. Vikings versus Pittsburgh from Ireland, Sunday, September 28th at 8:30 a.m. Come to the official watch party. Get details at mysticlake.com.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Hi, I'm Amy Hockert with Fox 9. Have you downloaded Fox Local yet? Fox Local is how you stream Fox 9 on your TV or your phone for free. You can watch all of our newscasts, original programming, and all your Gopher and Viking shows.
And welcome back to Vikings Game Day Live. We'll take a look at JJ.
So download Fox Local on your TV or your phone and stay connected to Fox 9 with Fox Local for free.
Welcome back to Soldier Field. First down for the Vikings into the second quarter, trailing 7-0. J.J. McCarthy, he's going to go deep left side, incomplete, and a flag. It was Aaron Jones matched up with Jaquan Brister, the fourth-year safety from Penn State, at the Bears' 25. Aaron was fouled, and the Vikings are going to get a long first down via penalty.
Oh, that's the game within the game.
Pass interference, number 26 defense.
26.
Ball will be placed despite the foul. Automatic first down.
I thought that was 9.
That's the game. That's the game within the game, Paul. Meaning the Vikings came out with heavy personnel, extra tight ends. The Bears substituted in their base formation. They threw in an extra linebacker, and then what do? They shift to empty, and they put Aaron Jones on the outside, get him one-on-one. I think it was Nashawn Wright in that case, and just let JJ air it out, and we got the penalty. So that's, again, the game within the game. Putting certain people in to get a certain defense and then reacting to it and doing something off.
It was Nashawn Wright, the former Viking, filling in for Kyler Gordon. 42-yard penalty. First down for the Vikings at the Bears' 27. McCarthy, play action out of the shotgun, looks to run to the right, sprints up the middle of the 20, dives ahead to the 15, and the athletic prowess of J.J. McCarthy on display with a run of 12 and a first down for the Vikings.
And, Paul, that's the first snap I think we've seen with both Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason in the game. So both running backs, as we get into this red zone, in the backfield at the same time. And I think that's a tip of the cap to Aaron Jones' skill set, that he can run some routes as well as run the football.
Jefferson left, Thielen slot right, Speedy Naylor outside of him, Jordan Mason the single set. He gets the call on first down, and he plows up the middle across the line of scrimmage. Noah Sewell, Penei Sewell's younger brother, wraps him up after a gain of about 4 yards. That'll make it second down, and maybe it was a gain of 5.
Yeah.
Second and 5 from the 11, 7-0 Bears.
And this is the area where I expected to see a lot of Jordan Mason, Paul. These tough running yards when you're deep in the red zone. That's Jordan Mason territory. That's the difference that he can make with this offense.
Tight end Josh Oliver to the left of left tackle Justin School. Mason the single set. Handoff Mason. Bumps it out to the left. Runs away from Tremaine Edmonds. But then he runs into a host of Chicago Bears led by Nashawn Wright, who gets a tackle for loss of 3 yards. So with 13 and a half minutes and counting to go in the first half, it's 3rd and 8 from the Bears, 14 for Minnesota. Chicago leads 7-0 on a Caleb Williams rushing touchdown. New coach Ben Johnson schemed it up so they went down the field on their first drive, 10 plays, 61 yards. Caleb ran in from 9. Speaking of 9, J.J. McCarthy stands tall in the pocket out of the shotgun. Jordan Mason to his left. 3 receivers to the right. On 3rd down, he takes the snap. Bears rush 4. McCarthy, right side to the 6-yard line and incomplete. He was looking for Justin Jefferson. Jefferson was covered by Nick McLeod, who's filling in for Jalen Johnson, who was scratched. And the Vikings get close to the end zone, but they cannot punch it through. So Will Reichard is in for a field goal try.
Now, the ball delivered just a little bit low, and it's a shame because we saw last season in the opener what Justin Jefferson can do to Nick McLeod. I think that's a matchup we can win. They were in man-to-man, and we had an opportunity there and just wasn't able to get the completion.
31-yard try left hash. Snap spot. Reichard's kick is good. And the 2025 Vikings have found the scoring column thanks to a Will Reichard field goal. On the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard, 7-3 Chicago, second quarter on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris. Our friends at TimberTech have a checklist at the website for those of you desiring a deck. Go to timbertech.com, get started there. And after you go through the checklist of what to do with the decking and to find a contractor and everything, get yourself some samples. You'll love them. They'll send them to you for free, timbertech.com. And finally, when you work with those contractors, you will recognize TimberTech works with only the best. So if you need a deck with deck durability, start at timbertech.com.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness. After all, there's only one Chris Carter, only one Randy Moss, and one John Randall. There's only one Lombardi Trophy, only one case of Super Bowl rings, and only one Hall of Fame gallery that houses the bronze bust of each Hall of Famer. And they all live in one place, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where one look at greatness lives forever. Ignite the passion, relive the glory. Book your visit now at profootballhof.com.
You've stepped into his world with the limited engagement Ed Sheeran channel. Now, step even closer by watching him perform in person in the city that never sleeps. We have your chance to win a VIP trip for 2 to see Ed Sheeran's exclusive small stage series show in New York City on September 24th, sponsored by Reese's. For official rules and to enter, go to SiriusXM.com/EdNYC by September 10th. No purchase necessary. Must be a U.S. resident and at least 21 years old. Void where prohibited.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
You don't have these windows where you can win Super Bowls too long. Luckily for us, that window's been very big.
I'm Bruce Murray from the SiriusXM Blitz. Huge Super Bowl 59 rematch between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday.
Touchdown, Saquon Barkley!
And we're taking your calls and previewing the rest of the Week 2 schedule around the National Football League right here.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
This is Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go. 6:30 Eastern on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Hey there, the Will Reichard field goal means another donation to Field Goals for Charity, courtesy of Innovative and Posted Brands. Programs benefiting NMDP, a leader in cell therapy. Visit nmdp.org/Vikings to make a difference. Will Reichard hits a field goal from 30 yards, capping a possession for the Minnesota Vikings that went 7 plays and 67 yards, taking 3 minutes, 10 seconds. And now he'll kick it to a couple of Bears, including Devin Duvernay, who fields it at the goal line far side. Heads to the right, to the 5, to the 10, to the 15. Bumps it back to the left. Nice move. 20, 25, 30. And he is thrust out of bounds by rookie wide receiver Ty Felton. Flag on the play. Unofficially, a 34-yard return by Duvernay, who has 2 kick return touchdowns in his career, most recently from 103 in 2022 when he was with the Ravens.
Illegal formation, number 24 of the kicking team for leaving early. The 5-yard penalty will be enforced in the end of the return. First down, Chicago.
I mean, what would a season be without starting it with a Jay Ward special teams penalty?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's just get it out of the way right now, right?
Exactly. But, starting field position has been a huge discrepancy as the Bears have been past the 30, I think, on every single drive so far. Right now, they're almost at the 40 already.
Caleb Williams, 9 of 9, 56 yards and a rushing touchdown. J.J. McCarthy starts 1 of 2 for 5 yards. And he's been sacked twice, once by Odangbo, another by Jervon Dexter Sr. as Williams goes back to pass on first down, throws right. DJ Moore wide open in Vikings territory at the 41. He jukes to the right, back to the left at the 35. DJ Moore taken down at the 32 after a 29-yard connection from Caleb Williams. First down for the Bears.
Yeah, Theo Jackson just missing a tackle after the throw. You got to make that, but it was basically a bad spot for Byron Murphy Jr., Paul. He expected the ball to be thrown short, guessed on the short route, and the ball ended up going over his head. So just bad break on the football.
Cole Kmet in motion to the right of Caleb Williams, who feigned like he was going to start the play out of the shotgun. Then he runs up to center, gets under Drew Dahlman on first down from the Vikings 31. And the handoff goes to DJ Moore. So the wide receiver gets his second carry as he bumped it back to the right for just a gain of 1. That means for DJ Moore, 2 carries for 6 yards at 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Eric Wilson making a nice play on that. So it's great to see him get in after missing him all of last year. But for Eric Wilson to get in there and make a big stop. So not letting this Bears offense be efficient, Paul. That's kind of the key right now.
Second down from the Vikings 30 for Caleb Williams, who has started the game 10 of 10. DJ Moore in motion to the right. Oh, DJ turned it up. Yeah, that's a false start. Picks up in communication between Caleb and DJ Moore. DJ looked to take off, but
false start.
Caleb didn't
Number 2,
have the ball.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Ben Lieber on the sideline. Dallas Turner's been in and out, but he's playing a fair amount. How do you see them using Dallas Turner so far?
Well, sort of a new wrinkle they have for him. Instead of taking Gank and Grenard out on certain passing downs, they actually insert him as a 5 technique, which is basically a hand on the ground defensive end. And that's on 1st and 2nd down. So he is playing run downs along with having to transition into the pass game.
2nd and 14 from the Vikings 35, 7-3 Chicago. Early in the second quarter, Williams, he eludes the pressure of a middle blitzer. He'll leap over a Viking out to the left of the 40. Spins away from Byron Murphy at the 30. Caleb Williams is playing fast, and he's cocksure. That's a run of 8, making it 3rd and 6.
Well, Paul, the good news is there's really nowhere for him to go. The zone defense has played very, very well. It's just we have to be more disciplined in our pass rush. I mean, we got guys getting to him, getting him off his spot, but the supporting pass rush needs to be able to be there and close down those lanes.
The Bears are 2 of 3 on 3rd down. They lead 7-3, and they get the ball to begin the second half. 10 minutes to go in the first half. 3rd and 5 from the Vikings 26.
There we go.
Movement up front. Right guard or right tackle. False start for the Bears.
False start, number 73 offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, that's Jonah Jackson. He's new to the Bears. He spent 5 with the LA Rams. The new center they acquired via free agency from Atlanta, Drew Dahlman. And the left guard is Joe Tooney, 10th year North Carolina State. They traded for him with Kansas City right before free agency began. This is his 146th start. He's a 4-time All-Pro. Tooney's the real deal. 3 penalties so far on the Bears. 3rd and 10 from the Vikings 31. Cole Kmet in motion to the left, back to the right, and out of the shotgun, it's a gun run by DeAndre Swift up the middle. He looks to spin away from Theo Jackson, but he can't, and he's taken down at the 24 after a run of 7 yards. And Ben Johnson, new Bears coach, he's going to keep the offense on the field for 4th down.
Yeah, he is. He's going to bring in an extra tight end, Colston Loveland, and so going heavy with a heavy personnel. It worked in Detroit. Let's see if it works here. You're going against one of the better run defenses in the league right now. And so we'll see if they play action off of this or decide to run the football. But this is an opportunity right here, Paul, for the defense to really make a mark.
Play clock down to 3. The Bears will use their second timeout. They broke the huddle so late. Gives us an opportunity to pause for station identification. From Soldier Field, it's Minnesota Vikings football.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
7-3 Chicago. Hey, Vikings fans, if you want to score big this season, purchase any Pothole Pizza or 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew product with quick rewards, and you're entered. One weekly winner automatically wins a $500 gift card, and if the Vikings score a touchdown of more than 50 yards that week, one lucky fan wins $5,000. See quicktrip.com/sweepstakes for details. A 4th down try for the Chicago Bears from the Vikings 24. Williams back to pass. Fastball over the middle. Incomplete. And the Vikings have turned over the Chicago Bears on downs. And for Caleb Williams, that was his first misfire. He now is 10 of 11 and has the lead 7-3 as we pause. Vikings ball when we return to Soldier Field. It's Vikings football.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SiriusXM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SiriusXM app. Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
Straight Shooter with Stephen A.
This is Stephen A. Smith, and I've got something to say. We're talking politics, power, and the real issues that shape our lives. I want to make sure I position myself to be one of those voices that America wants to hear on these matters. I'll be open to being educated, corrected when I'm wrong, but I anticipate those moments to be few and far between.
Straight Shooter with Stephen A. Premiering live next Wednesday, September 17th, 6 p.m. East on POTUS Channel 124 and on the SiriusXM app.
Conan O'Brien here. Sure, it's football season, but when you aren't listening to my pigskin flying around on SiriusXM, come check out my channel, Conan O'Brien Radio. We're cracking jokes, throwing deep cuts, blitzing boredom. No pads, no playbooks, just a Hail Mary of hilarity. It's comedy in the red zone all season long. Conan O'Brien Radio. That's a tough tackle. He's down. He's not getting up. He's dead. Wait, I took it too far. Conan O'Brien Radio, channel 104, anytime you want on the SiriusXM app.
It's world soccer's most exciting league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And you can experience the passion of the EPL on SiriusXM FC. Hear all the top matches featuring the world's biggest superstars.
Brilliant left foot strike by Salah. Haaland scores the hat-trick.
And in a World Cup year, the stakes have never been higher.
It's pass or it's fail.
It's the English Premier League, and it's on North America's home for 24/7 soccer. SiriusXM FC 157.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the SiriusXM app.
Hey there, Unreal is back with its limited edition Vikings drop. Head to unrl.com for details. And there's a new way to stream your Vikings coverage, shows, and insight right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming device. Install. Stay connected with your Vikings and local news with Fox Local. Ken Lieber, Pete Persich, Paul Allen, and J.J. McCarthy on 1st and 10 from his own 25, trailing 7-3 in the second quarter. Aaron Jones in motion to the left. It's a jet sweep to Jones going right to left with Jordan Mason in the game. He looked to turn it up at the line of scrimmage, and he might have gotten a yard. 2nd and 9. Mason and Jones in the game at the same time, Pete.
Yeah, and we've kind of seen that all over the field, Paul, and what you're getting out of the Bears now is some single high safety defense. And in the past, when Kevin O'Connell sees that, it means it's time to go to the air. So I don't know how much more patient we can be with the run before we got to get JJ to sit in that pocket and deliver something down the field.
Jefferson wearing shiny gold cleats in motion to the left. McCarthy passes left, caught TJ Hawkinson at the 30 for a gain of 4. That is TJ's first reception of the game, making it 3rd and 5 from the Vikings 30. Minnesota is 0 of 3 on 3rd down.
Need a big 5 yards right here. I'll tell you what, Noah Sewell is filling in for the injured TJ Edwards. Noah Sewell's kind of showing up all over the place. So for the Bears, they've got to be thrilled about that. But you've got to find the mismatch, Paul. You've got to find the mismatch. And well, JJ right here.
Thielen's in single coverage all the way to the left. Let's see what they do. Jefferson in motion to the right. 3rd and 5. McCarthy looking the way of Jefferson. He'll fire over the middle to Justin, who angled himself that way. Caught it between the hash marks at the 34 for a gain of 4. So the Vikings are going to come up short. It's going to be 4th and 1 from the 34-yard line. And Kevin O'Connell is opting for discretion, being the better part of valor. In comes Ryan Wright to punt for a 3rd time. His first 2 went for 52.5 yards per.
And that's a mistake on JJ's part. You've got to run that route to make sure you reach the line to gain. And we just came up short. But in JJ's defense, he hasn't run a lot of those short over the middle routes in his career. So this is all new.
DePaula sends it back to Wright. The right-footed punt off the left side of his foot. It's not a great punt. In fact, it goes out of bounds somewhere in the neighborhood of the 30-yard line, right in front of the Vikings bench. So the 3rd Ryan Wright punt this game is absolutely his worst. And in fact, Judge Guy just keeps running up the sideline. That thing went out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, not good enough. Not good enough.
All right, let's pause. 7-3 Bears. They have a great field position again. Back shortly. It's Vikings football.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more. It's all on the Sirius XM app. Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
Tonight on Sirius XM Sports.
Monday Night Football is on Sirius XM. Week 1 of the NFL season comes to a close as the Minnesota Vikings visit the Chicago Bears in an NFC North rivalry game. Kickoff at 8:15 Eastern on your 24/7 home for football, Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM Sports. Wherever you are, your team plays here.
It's Stephen A. Smith, and I'm officially back. Check me out on SiriusXM. Some of you think y'all have already said it all. Nonsense. You haven't heard sports talk like this. You know me. Passionate, opinionated, and an unfiltered, uncompromising viewpoint. You think you got what it takes to talk sports with me? Well, I'm a phone call away. Holla. But you better bring it. It's the Stephen A. Smith Show at 1 and 6 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio. A show so nice, you get it twice on Channel 82, in the car, and on the SiriusXM app.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller. The 2025 season is here, and Pat Kerwin and I, we've got you covered from Week 1 all the way up to Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco.
That's right, Jim. So be sure to tune in tomorrow for Moving the Chains at 3 p.m. Eastern, as we'll be recapping the Vikings and Bears and talking with Commanders head coach Danny Quinn.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on Moving the Chains, Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and on the Sirius XM app.
This is Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6:30 Eastern on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Back in Chicago, 6:52 left. left in the first half here, guys, as the defense takes the field. On the last possession where we had the big turnover on downs, the defensive line comes off to the sideline, obviously very frustrated because multiple times they've gotten to Caleb Williams. He keeps eluding their pressure and getting out and making positive yards on the ground. Brian Flores comes over and says, listen, guys, stay positive. You guys are getting there. You just have to make it count. Hopefully the positivity plays out here on this next series.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. The Bears have 130 net yards compared to 45 for the Vikings as Caleb Williams goes play action from under center, throws to the right, but it's swatted away at the line of scrimmage. And that is Tyrion Ingram Dawkins, the fifth-round rookie from Georgia, who was able to swat it away. But what we saw again was Theo Benedette, the extra offensive lineman, the Bears version of Dan Skipper. They went unbalanced again, Pete.
Yeah, they did. And so you wonder what's Ben Johnson bringing from Detroit. Well, he's going for it on fourth down. He's bringing in the extra big guy, putting him in motion, doing all kinds of different things, and play actioning off of that look.
Van Ginkel is left edge. Dallas Turner right edge on 2nd and 10. Zacchaeus in motion from under center. Caleb Williams back to pass. Cashman's all over him to the right. And he'll throw to the right side. Incomplete at the Vikings 40-yard line. Flag on the field. This will be another penalty against the Chicago Bears.
Holding, number 25 offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
Kyle Monangai, the 7th-round Rutgers rookie running back.
Now you can thank Ivan Pace and Blake Cashman for that one. Just two. It's Ivan Pace just blitzing up the middle. And we know Ivan Pace is a tough guy to block. And Monangai just came up and really just threw him to the ground, Paul. So it's the question I have, however, is when you're blitzing two inside linebackers up in the A-gaps, the defensive ends have to have a more of a loop and a contained type of a rush. We're just letting Caleb Williams out of the pocket, so discipline in the rush lanes has been a bit of a problem.
O'Connell declined the penalty, by the way, so it's 3rd and 10 from the Bears 35. Bears are 2 of 4 on 3rd down. Caleb Williams puts Rome Odunze in motion to the left. The Vikings rush 5. Caleb straight drop, claustrophobic, about to be sacked, and he gets away from Javon Hargrave, I believe, and he'll sprint left side to the 20, 25, 30, and he'll run out of bounds at the 30, right around the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a run of 2. Javon Hargrave nearly had his first sack wearing the colors, but the play became muddled, and the Bears are going to have to punch.
Yeah, Jonathan Allen had a great opportunity as well, and Caleb Williams is slippery. We saw him like that here a year ago, and he's continuing in that route, but great coverage down the field, Paul. That's the difference. So nice job on the coverage. There's nowhere for Caleb to go, and we end up getting the football back.
I snapped to Taylor. That was Jonathan Allen who had the best crack at Williams. Punt bounces at the 21, fielded by Miles Price, far side of the field. And he'll rumble to the 20 and reach out to the 23 for an 8-yard return, and we pause. 5:52 to go in the first half. 7-3 Chicago on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
She's Jen, the ultimate Vikings fan. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Vikings Jan Show Fan Show. My special guest today is Jared Allen. So, Jared, who you got for the Vikings game this week?
Minnesota Vikings.
Me too. So, that's our show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Minnesota Lottery, who reminds you this could be your year. Play the new
Vikings
Scratch Game for a shot at $100,000, game tickets, and more. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our Built Wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
The recruitment industry has changed, and it's time for you to take action and change with it. If you're looking to advance your career, or your company is looking to hire key individuals that can grow your business, GPAC is here for you. We are the eyes and ears of the industries we serve. Contact us today at gogpac.com. That's GOGPAC.com. It's grow time.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. You can play the new Viking scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery with a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. Focusing on two quarterbacks over the weekend, in particular, Aaron Rodgers. 4 touchdowns he threw against his former team, the Jets. Steelers get the win 34-32. Also, we're watching Sam Darnold. Not a great day. 16 of 23, 150 yards, 0 touchdowns as the Niners beat Seattle 17-13. But the Niners are also going to be without George Kittle for a few weeks after an injury. Now back to you, PA.
All right, let's make it 3 quarterbacks and add J.J. McCarthy to the equation. 5:52 to go in the first half. 7-3 Chicago. McCarthy, 3 of 4, 13 yards. He has a long of 5, and his yards per attempt is 3.25. This is his regular season debut, and he goes under center. Receivers left and right. Aaron Jones is Jordan Mason is the tailback. Couple of tight ends to the right of Brian O'Neill. Handoff Jordan Mason to the left. He skips through a bear at the line of scrimmage. Turns it up outside the numbers to the 30. Flag on the play. And he stopped at the 34-yard line. 10-yard run by Mason. But it's nullified.
Holding, number 67 offense. 10-yard penalty. 3-play first down.
That is Justin School, the fill-in left tackle.
Yeah, I think Deo Adangbo took a spike stunt, came underneath, and then School got a little bit over his skis and just decided to grab him. I get another look at it. The referee must have seen something from the angle that he saw it from, because it didn't look too blatant to me. Getting to see the overhead view. So here go the Vikings starting 1st and 20.
It's 1st and 20 from their own 14. Adam Thielen stands a catch since his return to Minnesota, wide left. Justin Jefferson also stands. Justin has 1 catch. And McCarthy goes play action, throws over the middle, knocked away by Tremaine Edmonds, 8th year from Virginia Tech. The lanky Tremaine Edmonds, 6'4", 251 pounds. Arm stretch from Maui to Maine. They knocked that ball away. And O'Connell wants tempo, as they say in the business. Goes no huddle. 2nd and 20 from his own 14. Jefferson left. Thielen slot right. T.J. Hawkinson inside slot right. Jalen Naylor is wide right. Mason still the tailback. 7-3 Chicago. McCarthy takes a low snap from Ryan Kelly. Steps up in the pocket. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. It's incomplete. That'll make it 3rd and 20.
Yeah, just no timing whatsoever thus far with the offense, Paul. I mean, McCarthy's getting himself set, and
this Odangbo's playing his tail off.
Yeah, he is. He got around Donovan Jackson and just got his hand on the football. So, man, that was. We were lucky that McCarthy was throwing the ball, or else that could have been a sack and forced fumble. But now you're staring 3rd and 20 in the face, and you got to be careful on downs like this.
Justin Jefferson with 1 reception is 4 from 500 in his career. He's part of 3 receivers right. T.J. Hawkinson stands up solo alone left. 3rd and 20 from the Vikings 14. And Alan Eck, the ref for the play stoppage. Kevin O'Connell is about 3 feet out on the field.
Play a game.
What?
Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
O'Connell saying the play clock never was reset.
Absolutely. He's out there arguing his case, but that's the problem when you're the head coach and offensive coordinators. You got to get back in there and call the next play. So the Vikings answering the Bears penalties with a couple of our own. A bad holding penalty early, and then now you get the delay of game. So like I said, Paul, you can't. It's tough to move the chains on this down and distance. You just want to make sure that you don't turn this thing over.
With these corner injuries, the Bears are using Kevin Byard III, their best safety, as the nickel. McCarthy back to pass on 3rd down. Screen left. Jordan Mason turns it up outside the numbers, hit at the 13, and he'll rumble ahead to the 15-yard line, and that'll be a screen gain of about 6 yards. And for a 4th time, Ryan Wright is into the game to punt. His last punt went 32 yards. Devin Duvernay returns punts for the Chicago Bears. And the Bears are going to have elite field position again. They've had terrific field position the whole game.
Yeah, it's been, and for this still to be a 7-3 or 1-score contest, that says a lot about our defense that's settled down as of late.
Big rush on Wright, but he gets it off. Duvernay floats over to the right. And he fields it at his own 33 in front of the Vikings bench. He's taken down by Ty Felton, the Maryland rookie, with a nice open field tackle. It's an 8-yard return for Devin Duvernay. So we have 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. The Bears get the ball to begin the second half. The Bears won the coin toss, and the Vikings went 3 and out. Then the Bears marched in Ben Johnson's first game as head coach of the Bears. He's a play caller, too. 10 plays, 61 yards. Caleb Williams ran in from 9 yards out. Then Caleb started the game 10 of 10. His first incompletion was on a 4th down in Vikings territory.
But the yards per attempt, though, Paul, on those first 10 completions were all pretty short.
Williams hands it to DeAndre Swift, who weaves his way up the middle for a few yards. Going to be a gain of 4, making it 2nd and 6. Yeah, so the Bears got that nice opening drive touchdown, but things have settled down since. They punted, then they were turned over on downs, then they punted again. Now it's 2nd and 6.
And as far as down the field passing goes, it's pretty much been non-existent. The Bears took a shot on 4th down to try to make a big play, and from the Vikings side with McCarthy, outside of that throw to Aaron Jones, that ended up being a pass interference. There hasn't been much more than 10 yards down the field.
Van Ginkel threatening to rush from the left of Caleb Williams. Jonathan Grenard from the right of the quarterback, and more flags.
False start, number 73 offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That's right guard Jonah Jackson is not endearing himself to the locals in his first Bear game.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of Bears. You had the left tackle. You could have picked anyone on that end of it. To Braxton Jones jumping off. I mean, they're getting used to the cadence here, and they're giving the Vikings defense an opportunity.
5 penalties, 62 yards on the Bears. Williams out of the shotgun, 2nd and 11 from his own 40. It's a 4-man rush for the Vikings. Pass over the middle. Caught it at the 50, and Zacchaeus will streak over the Bears logo for a 16-yard gain. On 2nd and 11, they got 16 on a quick hitter, and now it's 1st and 10 from the Vikings 44. That play right there, that was reminiscent of what he would run to anybody with the Lions. Those quick hitters and about 8 yards on the yak, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just throwing hot. The receivers, when they see the blitz, they turn around, and you're basically blocking the blitz with the throw.
Caleb Williams goes under center, 1st and 10 from the Vikings 44. It's a toss left to DeAndre Swift, and Dallas Turner hits him first, and Jonathan Allen wraps him up after a gain of 3. Turner in his 2nd year from Alabama. A Jonathan Allen, an Alabama product from days gone by, playing his first game after the Vikings secured him in free agency. 2nd and 7 from the Vikings 41, approaching the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, that was a great job by Jonathan Allen, and you get Van Ginkel on the outside, just get him to turn everything back in, and great pursuit by Jonathan Allen.
2 tight ends for the Bears. They're balanced. Williams back under center. DJ Moore in motion to the right. Williams will hand it to DeAndre Swift. He goes to the right side. He'll elude Jonathan Allen, but to do so, he had to head back to the left. And that's when Javon Hargrave and Ivan Pace Jr. wrapped him up for just a gain of 1. So it's the 2-minute warning. Bears have the ball in a 7-3 lead. It'll be 3rd and 6 Chicago from the Vikings 40 when we return to storied Soldier Field on the KFA and Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Vikings tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So, get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
At Anderson, we understand the challenges of builders and contractors better than most. Here's proof from real pros.
The best service department is the one you don't need, right? But when you do, I know they're going to be there.
The 400 series has earned my trust to the point where we have put it in our own home.
When somebody says Anderson, everybody responds quality.
Helping builders and contractors craft their legacy. Anderson, the #1 trusted window and door brand. Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand surveys of U.S. contractors and builders.
With its smart, sustainable water solutions, Pentair helps the world move, improve, and enjoy water, life's most essential resource. From great tasting water for homes and businesses to energy-efficient pumping solutions and everywhere in between, Pentair is focused on driving innovation that helps people and the planet thrive. Visit Pentair.com to learn how. Pentair, the official sustainable water partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
And we are back after the 2-minute warning. It's 3rd and 5, defense on the field. And guys, our defense has been playing lights out, especially against the run. Against the Bears running backs, they've only given up 23 yards. All the rest of their 55 yards are by Caleb Williams on a lot of those scrambles. So hat tip to the defensive front for stopping the run.
The Bears have missed on 5 consecutive third downs. It's 3rd and 5 from the Vikings 39. Bears lead 7-3. Caleb Williams out of the shotgun. He goes back to pass. Straight drop. Throws right. First down, Zacchaeus. Olamide Zacchaeus out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. And with 1:55 to go in the first half, like Pete said earlier, the Bears get the ball to begin the second half. They have 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10 from the Vikings 32.
And that's Jeff Okudah just being late to get into the flat, Paul. I mean, that wasn't a complicated route. It was stacked receivers. You know, one's going to go vertical, one's going to break either in or out. And Okudah just did not get there in time, so we kind of let him off the hook on a huge 3rd down.
The corners in the game now for the Vikings are Byron Murphy Jr. and Isaiah Rodgers. Okudah out of the game. First down. Williams under center. Hands it to DeAndre Swift, the former Lion and Eagle, with a burst to the left side. Taken down at the 29 for a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Well, they've been trying to run the football the way of Andrew Van Ginkel instead of at Grenard. And Van Ginkel has done a fantastic job of turning everything back inside to pursuing Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen. So to Ben Lieber's point earlier, this run defense looks really good.
Van Ginkel, Grenard, and Dallas Turner all in the game. 2nd and 7 from the Vikings 29. Caleb Williams tossed right to DeAndre Swift. He didn't like it, so he bent it back to the middle between the hash marks. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Falls ahead for 2. That'll make it 3rd and 5 from the Vikings 27. Clock runs. Vikings have 2 timeouts. The Bears have a timeout left, and we have a minute to go in the first half. 3rd and 5 from the Vikings 27. Okudah checks back in, and Jalen Redmond departs.
Paul, when's the last time we've seen this many runs inside of a 2-minute timeout? Right. I mean, both teams are
probably David Montgomery with the Lions over the last 2 years.
It's been a long, long time. These teams are both just trying to keep it simple for their quarterbacks.
Bears are 3 of 6 on 3rd down. Williams out of the shotgun, 4-man rush. Caleb throws to the right, and it's caught by Roma Dunze, but he paid for it by Byron Murphy Jr. at the 24. He missed the first down by 3 yards, and Ben Johnson's going to keep the offense on the field again. Now we have a timeout. The Vikings, Kevin O'Connell will use his 2nd timeout, and for now, Ben Johnson keeping his offense out there at the Vikings 24. The Bears are 0 of 1 on 4th down conversions if he opts to keep Cairo Santos on the sideline.
Javon Hargrave, the front of his jersey is absolutely ripped. It looks like the Bears are going to kick the field goal and try to take a 7-point lead in at halftime.
Yeah.
I mean,
makes sense.
Ben Johnson has to be feeling good about his defense against J.J. McCarthy right now, because our offense really hasn't done much. I mean, outside of a pass interference penalty, Paul, we haven't been explosive at all.
42-yard try right hash for Cairo Santos, who had a kick blocked by the Vikings last year. It was Jerry Tillery. Snap spot. Santos, right-footed kick. Isaiah Rodgers came bursting in and almost got it, but he didn't, and the kick is good. And it's 10-3 Chicago with 24 seconds to go in the first half. Each team with a timeout. Bears get the ball to begin the second half, and Vikings fans, McDonald's has teamed with the Minnesota Vikings to bring you the tastiest season ever. Get a free Big Mac each time the Vikings score 2 touchdowns. $2 minimum purchase required. Taste the victory. And you already know Buffalo Wild Wings has you covered all football season, but did you know you could win 6 free wings when you watch the Vikings play? Score 6 free boneless or traditional wings when the Vikings get 2 sacks. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings and Minnesota locations. So for the Bears, 42-yard field goal by Cairo Santos. 9 plays, 35 yards, 4 minutes, 5 seconds. They have scored by land. Caleb Williams with a 9-yard touchdown run, and by air with the ball floating through the Chicago sky. And Cairo Santos, 10-3 home team. A couple of Vikings deep to receive the Santos kick. One of them, Miles Price, who returned his first kick earlier in the game since 2020 when he played for Texas Tech. Boom. Santos kick short. Here comes Price. Let's go, Miles, from the 6. Far side of the field, 15, 20, 25. Lowers the helmet at the 30 and is taken down at the 31. 25-yard return by Miles Price. And we have 19 seconds to go in the first half. I mean, your quarterback has a yards per attempt of about 3, and as long as 5. It's probably best to just go ahead and take that knee and try again in the second half, right?
And probably, and Paul, this is the lack of getting down the field is calculated because the Bears are given single high safeties, are given the one-on-ones. Normally, we would see this offense airing the football out, but we haven't so far. So that's Kevin O'Connell trying to manage McCarthy in the first half of his first NFL football game.
Empty backfield. McCarthy back to pass. He's going to throw left. Caught! Jalen Naylor at the 50. Turns it up at the 45. And Jalen Naylor is out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, and the clock stops. And with 11 seconds to go in the first half, 29-yard hit. McCarthy to Naylor. The 29 is a new long for J.J. McCarthy.
Well, that's first time we've seen him in the shotgun, set back, and he's... Wow, they banged the timeout there.
Why?
I'm not really sure. Could have got up on that thing and just killed it, but again, that's part of the...
Naylor didn't get out of bounds.
Okay, so if they ruled him in bounds, then yeah, you had to absolutely take that timeout. Now that's a big mistake by Jalen Naylor right there.
Well, that's a really, really smart play by the corner for the Chicago Bears. Nashawn Wright, the former Viking, to hustle over there and keep him inbounds.
Yeah, the Vikings are going to try to attempt a field goal here. So that's a great answer. I mean, at least you're going to get some kind of momentum if you make it. But just getting the yards on that throw from McCarthy, hopefully that's an indicator of what can happen. Because we can do this the second half. I mean, it's there.
41-yard line.
You know, Paul, it's there. The one-on-ones, the receivers, we have that mismatch. It's just a matter of taking advantage of it.
All right.
What's going on now?
Well, they misspot the ball, so they backed it up to the 41. So now this is going to be a 59-yard try, left hash by Will Reichert with 11 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings have no timeouts. Will's career long is 58. Snap spot. Reichert with a line drive bomb. Yes!
Wow!
It's good! That's a career long for Will Reichert. And it's 10-6 Chicago with 6 seconds to go in the first half.
Paul, that ball didn't get more than 20 yards in the air. I mean, that was an absolute line drive. I didn't think it was going to make it, but tip of the cap to Will Reichert. I wonder if the missed spot is changed what Kevin O'Connell wanted to do. I think if he had gone by the original spot, that would have been a much shorter field goal. And so I'm kind of surprised that he stuck with it after they moved the football back.
Ben, what do you think happened?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you guys. This is obviously open for debate here, but there's 11 seconds left. I understand that we don't have a timeout, but I feel like with 11 seconds, I know that the whole building knows you're going to run some sort of out-cutting route to stop the clock, but 11 seconds seems like long enough time to run at least one play, and if it's not there, throw it out of bounds. And now you take away this opportunity with 6 seconds left to actually put the ball back in their hands.
Yeah, if Cousins or Darnold maybe is the quarterback, maybe they do it. But they're raising a 22-year-old quarterback who's been a little jittery at times in the first half, and I'm just completely guessing.
Well, no, it goes to the workload that Kevin O'Connell has to handle on the sidelines. When you have him to coach the quarterback a lot more than normal, then you're going to make some different decisions.
Boom! Riker's kick is fielded by Burden the third, and the rookie shakes a couple of tackles at the 30 near side of the 35, and he's out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. Luther Burden the third, a second-round rookie from Missouri, 45-yard return. That's the end of the first half. The only touchdown, Caleb Williams running in from 9. It's 10-6 Chicago. Bears get the ball to begin the second half, and we will return shortly to Soldier Field on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Vikings fans, looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style. Crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered. Shop now at Unreal.com and experience the difference yourself. That's UNRL.com, the best athleisure wear in the game.
For Minnesotans, the outdoors is home. Nobody gives you more ways to get there than Polaris. From Indian motorcycles and Ranger side-by-sides to Indy snowmobiles and Bennington pontoons, we bring Minnesota's best to every season. Our wooded trails, twisted highways, and the rugged shores of all 10,000 lakes are an invitation. A chance to let what's outside challenge what's inside you. Polaris. Think outside. A proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
When it comes to managing your blood pressure, you play to win. You've made changes to your diet. You stay active. You've followed your doctor's game plan to the letter. But when it comes to your health, you can't always tackle it alone. Go beyond typical treatments with the Simplicity blood pressure procedure. Brought to you by Medtronic, official sponsor of the Vikings. Talk to your doctor. Results may vary. Adverse events include but are not limited to temporary pain and bruising. Read important risk factor information at beyondhbp.com.
The Minnesota Vikings Halftime Report is presented by U.S. Bank, Polaris, Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, and by Twin Cities Orthopedics. Now live from the KFAN studios, here's Mike Mussman.
10-6, the Bears have the lead, and halftime stats are presented by Lumen, official technology partner of your Minnesota Vikings. Kind of bleak in this first half for both sides. J.J. McCarthy, 5 of 8, 48 yards in the first half. Mason on the ground, 4 carries, 14 yards. He leads the Vikings on the ground, and Naylor has 1 reception for 28 yards. Meanwhile, Williams, he goes 13 of 16, 112 for the Bears passing, and then he also led with rushing, 4 attempts, 32 yards and a touchdown. Moore, 2 receptions, 35 yards, leading the Bears. And that's how we get to 10-6. The open road is calling. Indian Motorcycle delivers distinctive, powerful style that's built for the power to roam. Set your local or see your local Indian Motorcycle dealer and do that today. First scoring happens at first quarter. Williams, a 9-yard touchdown run. Then Reichert in the second quarter, he ends up hitting one from 31 yards. It's 7-3, Bears have the lead. Santos late in the second quarter hits one from 42, 10-3, and even later in the second quarter, Reichert, after McCarthy hits Naylor on a deep one, sets it up. Reichert, 59-yard field goal. It's good, and that's how we get to 10-6. There's a new way to stream your Vikings coverage, shows, and insight right there on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Minnesota Vikings and local news with Fox Local. Chris Hockey's going to join me coming up here next from Chicago. We'll discuss what happened and what we are hoping to happen in the second half of this one. 10-6. This is Vikings football.
Basketball is coming.
Curry, right side, three. Good!
Who'll be the next team to raise the Larry O'Brien Trophy?
Knocks down an 8-foot jumper. SGA has come to play tonight, baby.
The new season is just a few weeks away, and our experts are getting you ready all day, every day.
Defensively, they have zero weaknesses.
You have to make every single game count.
Your home for hoops 24/7, 365 is NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
Hey, Metallica family. This is James.
It's Lars.
This is Kirk.
It's Robert. It really means a lot to have our own channel here on SiriusXM.
For us to be able to have a platform to share the music that we love, the music that we create, the music that inspires us.
The most Metallica anywhere. Maximum Metallica.
Do you want heaven?
Channel 42 and the SiriusXM app. On right now.
Hi, it's me, Katie Nolan, host of Casuals with Katie Nolan. Just like you, I love football. But even if you're not a diehard superfan who knows every route tree or the birthday of every Jets starting quarterback ever or the meaning of all the advanced analytics, you should still be able to enjoy the game and root in whatever way you want. I've always said the best thing about sports is that they're for everyone. It truly doesn't matter how much you know. It's all about experiencing the ups and downs of a season with your family, your friends, and of course, your favorite podcast host. So if you're looking for a place where you can just hang out, talk about your teams, and feel like you're part of a larger conversation, join me and some of my closest friends from across the sports and comedy world twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, whether it's Mina Kimes, Sue Bird, Stavros, international darts phenom Luke Littler. My guests and I will break down the biggest news from the sports world and beyond in a way that's fun and approachable. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Love you. Mean it.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 8:20 on the SiriusXM app.
Back to pass. Javon Hargrave got through, but then he was picked up. Caleb sprints left to the 10, to the 5. He's hit at the goal line, but it's a touchdown for the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams with fortitude and tenacity runs the Bears to a 6-0 lead.
Paul Allen on the call. The only touchdown scored in the first half. 10-6 Bears have the lead. Hey, located at Eden Prairie Center, Wildfire offers a selection of steaks, chops, and seafood in a modern-day 1940s supper club. You can join them for lunch, dinner, or carry-out. Plan your next corporate or social event in one of their private rooms, or you can let them cater to your home or office. Visit wildfirerestaurant.com. I'm Musk back here in St. Louis Park. Chris Hockey is there in Chicago. We go to Chris now. And Chris, one thing I notice immensely, especially early in this game, is that our guy School was getting absolutely schooled out there. He was having a rough time there at left tackle.
I'll tell you what, a lot of the things they did in Detroit did come along with into Chicago here. I'm amazed at the score of this ballgame right now because I don't know how it feels watching it on television, but sitting here in the stadium, it felt like we were getting beaten pretty badly in that first half. For the score to be 10-6 right now at halftime, I think we're sitting pretty good. We talked about it in the pregame, Muss. This was going to be a tough first half as we figured things out. Let's hope I'm right. And in the second half, our quarterback starts to get his feet underneath him and he starts to figure things out. He threw a great pass there at the end of that first half. Still not sure why we kicked the ball with 11 seconds to go, but I am no coach. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm hoping what we saw was exactly what we expected, a young quarterback getting his feet underneath him.
Yeah, McCarthy to Naylor there deep in the second half, or second quarter rather. That was the longest play by far. Before that, the best offensive play we had was PI on the Bears. Really, I mean, you look at J.J. McCarthy, 5 of 8, just 48 yards in that first half.
Yeah, and again, he's figuring it out as he goes here, but there were things that were happening on the other side of the ball that were way more concerning to me. I was impressed with a lot of the things that the Bears offense, especially on that first drive, were doing and how quick they were doing it and how much it resembled, again, the Detroit Lions, and nothing like the Chicago Bears we've seen as of late. So maybe they're starting to figure things out here, but I think the biggest mistakes that we were making right there, and again, I'm going to be in the minority on this, but I still am never going to be a fan of playing no preseason games. I don't like that. I feel like a lot of the things that you had mistakes on today in the very first half of this game could have been worked out in the preseason with a quarter or a half more playing by our starters. That's something I'll live and die by. I've thought that from the very beginning, and I think it right now.
I know that the Bears are getting rid of the ball really quickly, but we have not blitzed a whole lot. And the one thing that was weird to me is that it seemed like Van Ginkel was dropping into coverage a lot in that first half.
Dude, did you see him run for the deep third at one point? I know. I think they had a penalty on it, so it ended up not costing us anything there. But I'm with you. There's a lot going on that I'm no giant expert on what's going on in defense, but it does look a little different. Plus, you got to say what you got to say. Caleb Williams has been untouchable. He's been a guy, somebody's controlling him with a joystick somewhere. It's just unbelievable what he's been able to do to get out of the pocket and escape the tackles. So again, we calm down, we get back to playing our style of defense, and our quarterback continues to grow. I think we're going to be okay. I really do. I still think we win this game, but that first half was jarring.
All right, Hawk, great stuff. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, my friend.
All right, the Bears get the ball to start off the second half, and you can showcase your football fandom by submitting your photo as the Jameson Football Fanatic of the Week. Enter at Vikings.com for your chance to win weekly prize packs and so much more. You can check that out again at Vikings.com. After a 59-yard field goal, the Bears still have the lead 10-6. They get the ball to start off the second half, and that second half is going to be coming up here next on the Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
Ready, set, TCO for when the Minnesota Vikings need the best sports medicine available. Ready, set, TCO for partnering with more schools and communities. Ready, set, TCO for more urgent care locations ready to go. Twin Cities Orthopedics. Ready, set, TCO. Learn more at TCOMN.com.
A winning team needs great players. At Trade Home Shoes, we have legendary players like Birkenstock, Brooks, New Balance, UGG, Adidas, and Nike. We also have top performers like Hoka, On, Olakai, UFOs, Ultra, and a rising star, Rival. Whether you're gearing up for game day or the daily hustle, score a winning pair for the whole family at Trade Home Shoes. Proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen. That's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Shh, it's okay. Daddy's here. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. Josh Allen beat Daddy's team and really went off. When the game ends, Daddy's ranking will fall. And Jerkface Bill will win Fantasy League trophy and all.
Hun, have a Snickers.
Thanks.
And maybe take a break from the league chat.
You're distracted when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Minnesota Vikings season opener, take two in 3-2. Welcome to Soldier Field. The Bears lead 10-6, and we say let's kind of restart things a little bit because the Vikings offense was quite discombobulated at times in the first half. And before we talk more about that, we invite Vikings fans to pick up a commemorative Pepsi Vikings Cup at U.S. Bank Stadium or participating Hy-Vee and Buffalo Wild Wings locations for your chance to win Victor's Ride or other great prizes. And fill your cup with an ice cold Pepsi. You're ready for game day. Minnesota Vikings football is better with Pepsi, so let's call. The home opener is Sunday, shortly after 7 o'clock against Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons. Took a tough loss yesterday to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, how much do you believe the Bears are confusing J.J. McCarthy when he's trying to pass?
Well, that's the thing, because the looks that they're given with the single high safety, I know we've seen Kevin O'Connell enough that he's going to want to throw this football. So that's the big question, Paul, is are they getting what the quarterback is seeing? And that, I think, is going to determine. I cannot see Coach O'Connell not throwing the football.
Boom. Devin Duvernay from the end zone, far side, 5'10", 15, 20. And he will be taken down after a return of 21 yards. And the Chicago Bears will be led out by Caleb Williams, who started the game 10 of 10. He's now 13 of 16, 112 yards. He's their leading rusher, too, averaging 8 per on 4 runs with a 9-yard touchdown. DJ Moore, 2 catches, 35 yards. Olamide Zaccheaus, 3 catches and 30 yards. First down for the Chicago Bears from their own 22-yard line, and Williams goes under center. The center is Drew Dahlman. Cole Kmet in motion to the right. Williams back to pass, looks left, pump, sees nothing. Swings back to the right, incomplete, off the fingertips of an outstretched arm belonging to DeAndre Swift. Second down.
And you get that feeling now, Paul, with Caleb Williams in this quick passing game that the Bears are trying to enact, that the timing just isn't there. It's almost on every play. He gets to the top of his drop, he goes through his reads, and then decides to either scramble or do something. So the timing isn't there. When he's getting the top of his drops, the receivers aren't always in their breaks. So great job by this Viking defense to get the rhythm out of this offense.
Williams on 2nd and 10. The Bears have 172 yards of offense compared to 80 for the Vikings. Second down, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Williams play action, straight drop from under center. Whips one out to the right, incomplete. Cole Kmet, covered by Ivan Pace Jr. And now it's 3rd and 10 for Chicago. The Bears 3 of 7 on 3rd down.
Excellent job by Blake Cashman covering Colson Loveland in the middle of the field, Paul. That's where I think they wanted to go with that. They had the one-on-one, and just Cashman, being a veteran, knew exactly where Loveland was going to break across the middle of the field, and Caleb Williams had nowhere to go with it. So if we can just keep Caleb Williams in the pocket, I think we're going to be successful.
It's 3rd and 10. The Vikings have yet to sack the second-year product from USC. Williams back to pass. Quick hitter left, incomplete. Olamide Zaccheaus, the intended receiver. Josh Metellus late on the scene. And that quick play, again, a quick snap, and Williams trying to hit Zaccheaus on a quickie and rely on the yards after catch. It didn't work that time, so the Bears go 3 and out.
Yeah, Caleb Williams is seeing that rush. You can see him kind of twisting his body, not really following through, and that ball went way behind the wide receiver. So that's the disruption in timing that I'm talking about, Paul, and we're starting to get it on our defense. It's just, can we get some type of throwing rhythm on our offense?
Torrey Taylor, second-year Iowa. Relatively big rush by Matt Daniels' punt coverage team. Here comes Miles Price from the 31. Gets a seam up the middle, 35-40. Miles Price, nice move at the 50, and he's taken down at the 48. Nice job, Miles Price. 23-yard return by the undrafted Indiana Hoosier. And the Minnesota Vikings will start a possession for the first time this game on the Bears side of the field from the Bears 45.
I don't think we've started a possession past the 30 yet so far. So being out past the 50, that's fantastic. And for Miles Price, the main thing for him tonight is just catch the football cleanly, and anything that he can get above and beyond that is just gravy.
And we have our 13th respot. This goes back to the 49. Aaron Jones, the tailback, first down. Adam Thielen in motion, play action from McCarthy. Straight drop. The ball's hit at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Flag on the play. This is going to be unnecessary roughness or roughing the quarterback on a member of the Bears. I believe it's Odangbo.
Man, we've seen more batted footballs than I've seen, in the years that I've done this. So for McCarthy,
personal foul, roughing the passer, number 55, defense.
Odangbo.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
There we go.
We'll take it. At this stage of the game, Paul, we'll take anything that moves the chains.
Quick Trip trivia: Which Vikings holds the record for receiving yards in a Week 1 game? Ahmad Rashad, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, or Randy Moss? It's B, Justin Jefferson. 184 versus Green Bay, Week 1, 2022. That is courtesy of Quick Trip and QuickTrip.com. And Lieber, Pete Persich, Paul Allen, Soldier Field, 10-6 Chicago. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings from the Bears, 34. Adam Thielen just outside of tight end Josh Oliver to the right on 1st down. Handoff Aaron Jones. And to Kevin Byard III, snipped that thing out from Schaumburg, the 10th year safety from Middle Tennessee State. Caught Jones at the line of scrimmage. It's no gain. And the Vikings hustle back to the line of scrimmage. Justin Jefferson with one catch to the outside of Adam Thielen to the left. Jalen Naylor to the right. Aaron Jones, the tailback. J.J. McCarthy calling it at the line of scrimmage. He backs away from center Ryan Kelly. He lifts the right knee to get the ball. He's going to toss it right to Aaron Jones. There's nothing to the right, so he bends it back to the left, and Brisker takes him down at about the 32-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2, 3rd and 8.
And that was a good decision. You had the 2 high safeties, so go ahead and run the football. You're going to get at least a little something positive, and then go back. Kevin Byard, well, if it had the Vikings had a bootleg or a play action on that play, JJ would have been able to run it for about 50 yards. They're selling out on the blitz, and they think they've got the Vikings pinned down the distance in the running game. But here we go, empty formation.
Vikes are 0 of 5 on 3rd down. McCarthy walks up to Ryan Kelly twice, taps him with his left hand. Play clock down to 2. 3rd down, gets the snap. McCarthy looking left. That's a terrible, terrible pass, and it's going to be a pick 6 for the Chicago Bears. It's former Viking Nahshon Wright. Touchdown, Chicago Bears. McCarthy telegraphed that from a mile away, and it's 16-6 Chicago.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, Paul. That was, I think everybody in the stadium and Nahshon Wright absolutely saw that. So that was a bad interception. That's on the quarterback, no question about it.
First touchdown for Nahshon Wright, 4th year Oregon State.
Rough start for the youngster. Now we're going to see what he's made of. He's got to get back out there now right away. And yeah, but what a shame to have a turnover like that when you're already in scoring position. I mean, that's not good.
74-yard pick 6. Extra point, snap spot, sent to. He hit it. And the Chicago Bears have taken a 17-6 lead on the Sleep Number scoreboard. And the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
You're listening to Vikings football.
The hunt for October is on.
Bryce Harper has put the Phillies on top.
And SiriusXM is your home for baseball's playoff chase.
There's the home run for Judge.
From the top seed to the last wild card spot. Hear every game and discuss every storyline with the experts of MLB Network Radio.
He's been unbelievable all season.
The race for the postseason is on SiriusXM 89 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
From comedy icons like Eddie Murphy, Joan Rivers, Rodney Dangerfield, and Jeff Foxworthy to modern masters like Jerry Seinfeld, Dave Chappelle, and Kevin Hart. It's stand-up at its best, 24/7. Timeless jokes, unforgettable punchlines.
Just once I'd like to say to the doctor, you know what? I'm not ready for you yet. Why don't you go back in your little office, I'll be in a minute, and get your pants on.
Legends who made us laugh for generations. Comedy greats, where comedy icons live. SiriusXM Channel 94 and on the SiriusXM app.
Conan O'Brien here. Sure, it's football season. When the game's over, I want you to check out my 24/7 station, Conan O'Brien Radio. We're going no huddle. We're cracking jokes, throwing deep cuts, blitzing boredom. No pads, no playbooks, just a Hail Mary of hilarity. We play my podcast, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, stand-up and interview clips from my many years at late night, a live call-in show hosted by Andy Richter, and a whole lot more. Conan O'Brien Radio Channel 104, or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
This is Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6:30 Eastern on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Vikings football.
This is Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me every Monday night on Let's Go at 6:30 Eastern on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Going back to that pick six by the Bears, you guys, it's been a chess match all game long with Dennis Allen against J.J. McCarthy. That's the defensive coordinator for the Bears. He does a great job of disguising some blitzes, then bringing the blitz. That particular time, J.J. saw the blitz. They're all lined up for the line of scrimmage. He guessed right, made the right check. He just did not get the right coverage as Nashawn Wright was dropping into the flat in the zone. He thought he had the speed out to J.J. It wasn't there. He's diagnosing and taking command of this offense. Now the next step is identifying what the coverage is going to be. Hopefully he can get that fixed on the sidelines.
Boom. Santos kick to Ty Chandler near side from the 3-yard line to the 15, 20, 25. Heads to the right, taken down at the 28. A return of 25 yards by Ty Chandler. All right, so if you're J.J. McCarthy, you just telegraph the pass about as badly as anybody ever is going to see. You probably heard about it from Josh McCown, the quarterback's coach, and the head coach, Kevin O'Connell. And now you're back out there.
Yeah.
What's J.J. McCarthy thinking about right now?
Got to get right, well, nothing. He's got to think about this play and getting right back on the horse. And if it's there, throw it. You can't go back. You can't change it. But he's got to move on. And we're going to see this is a big test of character right here for J.J. McCarthy.
That pick six led statistician Brian Harper to some emotional eating with these potato chips. Holy cow. And off Jordan Mason up the middle with the 32, gain of 4, 2nd and 6. I mean, McCarthy threw the pick, and B. Harp threw off his pullover. Got 3 bags of potato chips, and is just emotionally eating right now.
Yeah. Oh, the one thing,
damn the numbers.
Paul, about with the interception is that Nashawn Wright he didn't backpedal at all. He never got up the field to get, and that's why he was able to break on the football like he did. So the timing of that route just didn't work very well either.
Adam Thielen wide right, joined by Justin Jefferson. 1st and 10, 17-6 Bears. McCarthy steps away from the sack for a second. Then he officially is taken down and sacked. And this sack will go the way of, you want to give it a try? Tano Passanio from the practice squad, the active squad, right to the sack column. Loss of 7, 3rd and 13.
Yeah, and Justin School is getting a chance to start at left tackle, and he's having a rough night. He's already given up a hit for Deo Adangbo, and JJ, when he gets to the top of his drop, has been under pressure. So not a great night on that end either.
The statistician is on his 4th bag of chips. 3rd and 13 from the 25. Bears lead by 11. McCarthy clapping for the ball. Play clock ran down. Delay a game. So now McCarthy's going to walk up to Ryan Kelly. You got a new quarterback. You got a new center. You got the quarterback clapping. And the center not sending it back to him. So we back up 5 yards, 3rd and 18.
And again, that's what I'm talking about with the system and just the timing of it. And those kinds of mistakes. Now the Bears have made their fair share of false starts and mistakes in that regard as well. But that's the managing of the system that needs to go on, and McCarthy's going to get better at it as this season goes on, no question about it.
3rd and 18. Minnesota 0 of 6 on 3rd down. The last 3rd down try was the 74-yard pick six. So they're going to hoist the white flag here and hand it off to Jordan Mason on a delay. And it's not going to work. He's going to run up the middle and be captured in the backfield for a loss by Dominic Robinson, 4th year from Miami of Ohio. The Bears bench is absolutely electric right now.
Yeah, well, to come out at halftime and only be down by 4 points after the way the first half went, it was giving you some hope that if JJ could figure it out, that we could put some points on the board and still be in it. But right now, they've got all the momentum.
Ryan Wright with a punt that sails high into the Chicago sky. Duvernay near side from the 30. Shakes a tackle at the 32. Flag on the play. Ty Felton's been really good on special teams tonight.
I think it's going to be a hold against the Bears, which is exactly what we need. Make this offense go the distance of the field. We can't keep giving them short fields, but offensively.
During the kick, holding, number 43, the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down, Chicago. Timeout.
Carl Jones Jr. elevated from the practice squad right to the penalty box with the infraction. All right, 17-6 Bears on the sleep number scoreboard. 10:08 to go in the third quarter. Bears ball.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more. It's all on the Sirius XM app. Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws and it's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the Draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
If it's big on the block or blowing up your feed, it's on Hip Hop Nation.
Hip Hop Nation, the sound of the culture.
The sound of the culture is on Hip Hop Nation.
What did I miss?
Yeah, low, me a trapping, no dark skin, country, oh, got it out the mud, 610, thug, go. The turn up starts here.
Hip Hop Nation.
Channel 44. And listen at home on Alexa, Google Home, smart TVs, and everywhere on the SiriusXM app.
Get daily football news on the players and teams that matter to you on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the SiriusXM app.
Well, the Bears have one touchdown on offense. It took place on the first possession of the season. They forced the Vikings to go 3 and out. Then they went 10 plays, 61 yards. Caleb Williams ran in nearly untouched from a 9 out. They got a couple of Cairo Santos field goals and a 74-yard pick six by Nashawn Wright, a corner who spent last year with the Vikings and played in the game. Now it's Bears ball, leading 17-6. First and 10, Caleb Williams under center. Toss right to DeAndre Swift. Dallas Turner made him stop. Jonathan Grenard made him stutter step. And then after all that, he's just going to go down for no gain, 2nd and 10.
Now we're seeing a lot of Dallas Turner mixed in with this group, even though Van Ginkel and Grenard are out there at the same time, Paul. So they're finding a way to get him on the field.
I got to ask you this real quick, and you'll respond after the play. At halftime, they honored the 85 Bears when Chicago, Illinois native Pete Bursich was 14 years of age. Those 85 Bears were dominating with the Doug Plank 46. Second down, Caleb Williams from under center, play action. He's going to throw right hash left side to DJ Moore. Caught at the 42, 22-yard hit. That was very nice. First down for the Bears, but in your formative years before you went to Notre Dame, ended up playing in the National Football League. What was it like living here during the 85 Bears?
Yeah, and with the Super Bowl shuffle and really that team just took over this town, Paul, and to see those guys again, a lot of them looking pretty good, but a few of them not around anymore. It's it's hard. But, yeah, as a 14-year-old kid to have your team win the Super Bowl, I mean, there's nothing better.
First down for the Bears, leading by 11. 8:52 to go in the third quarter. It is a screen right by Caleb Williams to Luther Burden III. And the 3 in his name will stand for the amount of yards he just lost on a TFL. Van Ginkel caught him behind the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 13.
Yeah, just a great play by Van Ginkel, who, last year with the 11.5 sacks, he only has 28.5 in his career. And I say only, but I mean, he got so many, he played so well last season. And he's playing off the ball right now as Dallas Turner is playing defensive end.
Zacchaeus in motion to the left. He's been a problem. Williams back to pass. Ball's hit at the line of scrimmage and incomplete to Zacchaeus. I believe it was Dallas Turner with the pass defense. So 3rd and 13 for the Bears from their own 39. And, I mean, it's the first game of the season, but this is kind of the newest, biggest play of this game right here, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got 8 minutes left to go in this quarter. And the one thing that you get concerned about with the offense struggling the way they are is that the defense loses a little bit of their edge, and this is a great opportunity for the defense to come up big and get the ball back in the hands of our offense.
3 safety look for Brian Flores with Jay Ward in the game on 3rd down. Williams back to pass, looped one left, caught by the rookie Loveland. Ooh, he stood up beautifully by Joshua Metellus. Joshua Metellus at the 43 stops him for a gain of 4. And with an 11-point lead, the Chicago Bears are punting.
Yeah, great job by Metellus, and that's part of the whole disguise. When you talk about Metellus playing a lot of different spots in that regard, in that play, he was dropping almost like a corner normally would. But, again, he plays linebacker, he plays safety, he's all over the place. And great job by the defense. We gave up that 22-yard pass on a mistake, but since then they've tightened things up. Our defense is playing pretty well.
Covenant cleanup 2 plays ago. The pass defense was Van Ginkel, not Turner. Corey Taylor's punt, end over end. Miles Price fields it at the 5, feeling good about himself. Heads to the left to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and he's taken down at the 24. So that'll be a return of 17 yards. His last punt had returned 22 yards or 25. So Miles Price giving that punt return game a little juice as we pause. Middle of the third quarter, Vikings ball, Bears lead 17-6 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
The recruitment industry has changed, and it's time for you to take action and change with it. If you're looking to advance your career, or your company is looking to hire key individuals that can grow your business, GPAC is here for you. We are the eyes and ears of the industries we serve. Contact us today at gogpac.com. That's GOGPAC.com. It's grow time.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
For Minnesotans, the outdoors is home. Nobody gives you more ways to get there than Polaris. From Indian motorcycles and Ranger side-by-sides to Indy snowmobiles and Bennington pontoons, we bring Minnesota's best to every season. Our wooded trails, twisted highways, and the rugged shores of all 10,000 lakes are an invitation. A chance to let what's outside challenge what's inside you. Polaris. Think outside. A proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
Scoreboard Central
is brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of your Minnesota Vikings. No Ben Johnson, and the Lions did not look like last year's Lions offense. Love with a couple of touchdowns for Green Bay. They win at 27-13 over Detroit. Now back to PA.
Mike Mussman at Scoreboard Central. Here in Chicago, watching our favorite team trail 17-6. Ben Lieber on the sideline, Pete Bursich, yours truly, Paul Allen. Jared Wells, providing the audio excellence from a technical standpoint. Producer is Chris Hockey. And statistician and spotter Brian Harper from the Vikings Entertainment Network is done emotionally eating. He's banged his fist down on the Formica, and he said, I'm not going to have any more. Let's go down and get a touchdown. McCarthy, play action. He'll throw low to Hawkinson, who bails him out at the 24. That's going to be a gain of 1. Ball came out. Ball came out. No signal from anybody.
Rolling on the field is a catch.
Thank you.
Receivers down by contact.
Thank
Second
you.
down.
Thank you. That one was down by Hawkinson's shoelaces.
Well, and right after it was a bootleg, and as soon as McCarthy faked the handoff and turned his head around, he had pressure right into his face. So, well, we might get a red flag on this one. We'll see.
Yeah, Ben Johnson throws a red flag for a challenge. Hey, Ben Lieber, I thought you said they never show in-stadium replays here at Soldier Field.
Well, it's only when they have a positive play or something that looks like it needs to be reviewed, which they are going to review this one because...
Yeah, they're going to lose this.
Hawkinson catches the ball. He slides on both knees. And then Noah Sewell comes in there and punches the ball out. But I believe on first contact, he's automatically down.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, is if the referees blow the whistle, then it doesn't matter.
Let's pause. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 17-6 Chicago. Vikings ball for now. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Sirius XM mornings are
pop culture,
headlines,
personalities.
Start your day with Today Show live on Today Show Radio.
Good morning to you.
So glad you're starting your week with us.
Then get the celebrity scoop with Page 6 Radio and Stars.
What Page 6? So, we hear things.
Hear hot takes with the Smith sisters on Radio Andy.
We're finally gonna get the story behind the story.
And don't miss Andy Cohen Live, the king of convo.
Lady Gaga, Coleman Domingo, Kylie Minogue.
One of the hardest working men in showbiz.
Thanks.
Your morning vibe, live for the morning drive. Sirius XM 102 through 109.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is Sirius XM NFL Radio.
You don't have these windows where you can win Super Bowls too long. Luckily for us, that window's been very big.
I'm Bruce Murray from the Sirius XM Blitz. Huge Super Bowl 59 rematch between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday.
Touchdown, Saquon Barkley!
And we're taking your calls and previewing the rest of the Week 2 schedule around the National Football League right here.
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness. After all, there's only one Chris Carter, only one Randy Moss, and one John Randall. There's only one Lombardi Trophy, only one case of Super Bowl rings, and only one Hall of Fame gallery that houses the bronze bust of each Hall of Famer. And they all live in one place, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where one look at greatness lives forever. Ignite the passion, relive the glory. Book your visit now at ProFootballHof.com.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller. The 2025 season is here, and Pat Kerwin and I, we've got you covered from Week 1 all the way up to Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco.
That's right, Jim. So be sure to tune in tomorrow for Moving the Chains at 3 p.m. Eastern, as we'll be recapping the Vikings and Bears and talking with Commanders head coach Danny Quinn.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on Moving the Chains, Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and on the Sirius XM app.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the Sirius XM app.
All right, so Bears coach Ben Johnson lost the challenge, and he lost a timeout. So now it's 2nd and 8 for the Vikings from their own 25, 17-6 Chicago. J.J. McCarthy, 6 of 10, 50 yards, and a pick six that went to Nahshon Wright. He's under center, feeling in motion to the right. Play action by McCarthy. It's a screen to the left to Aaron Jones. Gets a good block from Donovan Jackson. Then he stiff arms Byard at the 28. And he's out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. That'll be a screen gain of 6. Now it's 3rd and 2. So it's 3rd and manageable. That's the good news, Pete. The bad news, we're 0 of 7 on 3rd down.
Yeah, we got to find a way to move the chains. And you're right, Donovan Jackson doing a great job getting on the outside of that play. Nothing's been really down the field since the interception, and at some point, you got to let J.J. take his shot down the field.
Let's make it this time. Single high safety look.
That's man blitz. Here it comes.
By the Bears, it's Kevin Byard III, about 20 yards away from McCarthy. 3rd and 2, Bears rush 4. JJ straight drop. Fastball to the right, caught, first down. Adam Thielen, nope, he dropped it.
Oh, come on.
Caught it, came down with it, but Tyreek Stevenson is the one who I believe blasted him. And old AT-19 couldn't hold on to it. That would have been our first down on 3rd down. But instead, Ryan Wright's into punch.
Yeah, that's disappointing. And you know, if we've seen this once, we've seen it 100 times, that if receivers, if you don't get a lot of footballs thrown to them early in the game, it's already almost the 4th quarter. You know, they get a little rusty, and I think we've seen that a little bit.
Ryan Wright with a high line drive-ish punch. Duvernay with a rare fair catch at about the 22-yard line. So we have 5:46 to go in quarter number 3. The Chicago Bears have a 17-6 lead. Ben Lieber, let me ask you about Caleb Williams. 16 of 23, 135. He's run 4 times for 32 yards and a touchdown. What do you think of Caleb Williams' first game in his 2nd season?
I mean, he's damn impressive. I'll say that. I mean, he's elusive. He's athletic. You know, very inconsistent throwing the football. I mean, there's a lot of anticipation issues, throwing the ball at the feet of his receivers, throwing the ball before they get out of the breaks, but he's had some nice throws as well.
And on first down, Williams will hand it to DeAndre Swift. Met at the line of scrimmage. Then he turned around and went to moonwalking, driving Vikings 9 yards. Holy cow. That should have been a 2-yard gain. He got 9 at 2nd and 1.
Yeah, we got to do a little bit better job at the point. Right now you have Jalen Redmond and Levi Drake Rodriguez in, and it's just a matter of maintaining the line of scrimmage. You're getting double teamed, but you have to move with the line and not surrender at the point, and that's exactly what happened.
Another play where Jeff Okudah's out of the game. The corners are Isaiah Rodgers and Byron Murphy Jr. 2nd and 1 for the Bears. Caleb Williams, play action from under center. He'll throw out left flat, and it's caught DJ Moore, and he is attacked post-haste by Andrew Van Ginkel and Jalen Redmond. But that play, got a first down. Yeah, they needed a yard. But looked like there was a TFL for a second, but it was enough for a first down. So 1st and 10 Bears from their own 34. Cashman with the tackle.
And you see Ben Johnson at work just figuring out, you know, he knows DJ Moore is one of his best athletes, so just get him the ball in space. And he's not protecting when he's a running back on passing downs. He's getting himself out into the routes.
DeAndre Swift, the single set. Rome Odunze in motion to the left. Handoff Swift up the middle. That's tough love yardage right there for DeAndre Swift. Ivan Pace Jr., Levi Drake Rodriguez, 2 of several Vikings to capture him. He's still got 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
And at some point, Paul, I know it's still, you got 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. But Ben Johnson right now, I think, is just happy with running the football. Just keep these drives sustained, burn some time off the clock. The Vikings need to score twice. We haven't really shown anything that suggests that we can march down the field.
17-6 Bears. Williams back to pass. Blake Cashman all over him. Cashman got juked, and now Williams sprints outside 40, 45, 50. And he runs out of bounds in Vikings territory. A 13-yard gallop by Caleb Williams. First down. Blake Cashman, Eden Prairie, Minnesota native. He had Caleb Williams dead to rights. How did he get away from that?
That's on Tyrion Ingram Dawkins, Paul. You got to have contain. I said it earlier this game. When you're blitzing up the middle, you have the defensive ends just cage. Just stay outside. The quarterback will get flushed to you, which is exactly what happened. And Ingram Dawkins was too busy trying to collapse the pocket.
Well, Blake Cashman was leaving the field, then he stopped right in front of his bench, and now he's down on one knee, a left knee. Ben Lieber, you're right next to it. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't want to speculate here, but, as he was chasing there, Caleb Williams, he kind of pulled up like one would pull up if you tweaked a hammy or pulled a muscle, and he kind of went to the sideline, was in the white part of the sideline, then he kind of pulled himself onto the field, I think, to get an official stoppage of play here to give his defense a little break. But he is on one knee. The trainers are talking to him. He's now walking off under his own power. I'll see if he actually goes into the tent and see if we can official for you guys.
Hey, Nacho, you or Pete, what is the linebacker protocol when you're rushing in and the quarterback pumps like Cashman left his feet?
If you don't have contain, you can jump. Oh, it's when you have contain that you're not supposed to, and there was just absolutely no one there. So it's okay for Cashman to do that, blitzing up the middle, in my opinion.
1st and 10 from the Vikings 48. Caleb Williams with a handoff that goes to the left side. DeAndre Swift continuing to grind outside of the numbers. Javon Hargrave and Eric Wilson finally able to bring him down after a gain of 2. That'll make it 2nd and 8. And by the way, good for Eric Wilson. He's in his 10th year from Cincinnati, undrafted. Came in with the Zimmer regime. He's bounced around a little bit, most recently with Green Bay. But Eric Wilson has done an awesome job of making a decade-long career.
Yeah, he has, and he's experienced, and you can put him out there and trust him. So that's a big part of it, and having some depth at that inside linebacker position is big.
9th year from Cincinnati. 2nd down. Loveland in motion to the left. It's another handoff to Swift to the right side. Oh, he bounces it out to the left. He gets to the Vikings 40, then to the 35, and he's taken down finally at the 34. Nice run by DeAndre Swift, a 12-yard run for another Bears first down.
Now the line, everybody was slanting that way, and you look, and Ivan Pace just kind of buried himself in the tackle, which allowed that cutback. So normally the linebackers are playing that cutback, but in that case they didn't, and that allowed Swift to get some big yards. Now we're giving up some yards on the ground, Paul, and that's not good.
He's averaging 3.5 yards per run, 14 carries, 49 yards.
Now we're jumping off sides. It's like
maybe we were drawn.
What I'm talking about.
Maybe we were drawn, or maybe not.
I didn't see anybody on the Bears side move, so.
Well, Jonah Jackson has 2 false starts.
That's
great. That's special.
5-yard penalty.
Javon Hargrave, 1st and 5.
But this is what I mean. I don't have the time of possession numbers in front of me, but the Bears offense has been out there for a vast majority of this game. And defensively,
17-26.
Yeah, so you're not even into the fourth quarter, and you're already out there almost 10 minutes more. Right. So as the Bears come out with the extra offensive lineman.
17-6 Chicago, 1st and 5. Handoff DeAndre Swift, left side. He is running with ferocity right now. Lowered the helmet on, I believe, Isaiah Rodgers and plowed him for about 4 yards. It ends up being a 5-yard gain, enough for a first down. And the Bears are at the Vikings 24-yard line. They lead 17-6. We have 1:10 and counting to go in the third quarter. And as the analyst, Pete Bursich, adroitly pointed out about a minute ago, they're playing a game of keep away now with this running game just chewing on that clock.
Absolutely. When I mentioned earlier about the defense still has to play their own game, it can't be affected by what the offense does. It's just they're starting to get worn out.
Williams play action from under center, straight drop. Bernard's rushing on him, but he gets it away left. Flag on the play, caught DeAndre Swift at the 20. Toe tapping the sideline to the 15, to the 12. It's a 12-yard catch and run by DeAndre Swift. Pending infraction. Here's Alan Eck.
Holding, number 58 offense. 10-yard penalty. 3 plays, first down.
Right tackle, Darnell Wright.
I'm laughing because Jonathan Allen was all in Darnell Wright's face after the play, just letting him know, you can't do that. You can't do that. You held me. So it's good. I do think that Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen have done a good job as far as getting pressure on the quarterback. So between, what kind of an impact would they normally make? I think that tonight they've done a very, very good job thus far, and unfortunately our defense is kind of has their back against the wall right now.
So now it's 1st and 20 from the Vikings 34, 17-6 Chicago. Williams out of the shotgun. Bernard blitzes, pass over the middle, incomplete. The intended target was Cole Kmet. Josh Metellus close to an interception. Joshua nearly had it. 2nd and 20 from the 34 of the Vikings with 15 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And you see that play, Paul, you know Caleb Williams has a way to go because he had plenty of time in the pocket. He actually short-armed it. So he's not stepping properly. He's changing his fundamentals because there are people at his feet, and then the ball goes awry. Because in that case, Cole Kmet was open. That should have been a throw and catch for a first down.
2nd and 20 from the Vikings 34. Williams goes out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. Odunze in motion to the right. The Vikings blitz from the middle. Williams is able to get away from a Viking up the middle, and now outside of the numbers.
That might be a fumble.
He tried to throw it away, and it's an incomplete pass. Excellent rush, I believe, by Eric Wilson up the middle on a blitz.
Yeah, very good job, and also a great job by Jalen Redmond as well. He knew the escape route. We got a flag. It might be intentional grounding.
Mm-hmm. And Caleb, by the way, walking around like he's shaking up just a little bit, or maybe he's tired.
He's probably tired.
It's first game of the season, Alan Eck.
Intentional grounding, number 18 offense. The quarterback was outside the pocket. However, the pass did not cross the line of scrimmage. No receivers in the air of the pass. Lost it down. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Oh, all right. So it's 3rd and 20 from the 3rd and 20 from the Vikings 44. Make it 3rd and 30 from the 44. 5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
And Paul, this is sneaky a huge down in this regard. Is that you're not going to hopefully let them get the first down, but if they get 10 or 15 yards, they're going to get themselves in field goal range. So this is a big down for the defense.
Snap to Williams on 3rd and 30. Throw short to Zacchaeus. Spins away from a Viking for a second at the 35. And then he's taken down in tandem by Jay Ward and Levi Drake Rodriguez. Gain of 12. When we return, we most likely will have a Chicago Bears field goal attempt and an injury update on Blake Cashman. With Ben Lieber and Pete Bursich, I'm Paul Allen. Into the 4th quarter of the season opener when we return to the KFAN Minnesota Vikings audio network driven by Polaris.
Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings are teaming up to put you in the ride of your dreams. Picture this. You behind the wheel of a brand new 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Nice picture. Make it happen. Stop by your local Quick Trip, and for every $1 you spend using Quick Rewards, you'll earn a point to spend in the Vikings Fan Zone. Buy special qualifying products and earn bonus Fan Zone points. Kick off your winning season the right way with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. Details at quicktrip.com/fanzone.
When football season kicks off, everything else takes a backseat to sportsvenience. That's sports convenience. Running errands, not sportsvenient. Cooking dinner, not sportsvenient. But shopping online is now extra sportsvenient thanks to Pays, a fast online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, there's no typing in card numbers, no apps to download, and cards stay in one place so you don't have to leave the couch. In the name of sportsvenience, try Pays today. Learn more at paze.com.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle, click on CarSwapUSA.com.
We offer easy financing, complimentary oil change, and if you need it, we can deliver it.
Speaking of CarSwapUSA.com,
you can browse hundreds of vehicles from your home.
If you're ready to buy a premium, hand-picked, late model, low mileage used vehicle, then check out your options at
CarSwapUSA.com. We deliver.
Whether you're buying or selling, make CarSwap your first stop. CarSwap, a car for everyone.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 19 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
Back to Soldier Field, and good news, bad news, Blake Cashman is out with a hamstring injury. Good news is Ryan Kelly, who is also in the blue tent, he is good to go.
Well, let's have some more good news, like a Cairo Santos missed field goal from 50 to start the 4th quarter. Snap spot from the left hash. Line drive kick is no good.
There we go.
Cairo Santos. He just missed a field goal, but the score is still 17-6. And we have decent field position here for J.J. McCarthy. 7 of 12, 56 yards, a pick 6 to Nashawn Wright. And the Vikings begin from their own 40. Lifetime, the Athletic Country Club with the Minnesota Vikings. Champions, healthy, happy kids and families. To learn more at lifetime.life/kids. And now is the perfect time to score the Hyundai car or SUV of your dreams. See your Twin Cities Hyundai dealer today. All right, JJ, let's roll down the field here. 1st and 10 from the Vikings 40. Bears lead by 11. It's the season opener. He's under center. Jordan Mason, the tailback, he gets the call. Jordan steamrolls up the middle. He shakes a Noah Sewell tackle, about the only Viking to do that tonight. Sewell's played out of his skin, and that'll be a run of 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, nice job on Jordan Mason with the yards after contact. But overall, the run and pass game has to operate together. So if you're going to be running the football, you got to have your play-action pass working with it as well. And we've been just so one-dimensional tonight. I mean, a disappointing start thus far for JJ, but we got to open him up a little bit.
2 tight ends, they're balanced. Oliver right, Hawkinson left, handoff Mason, 2nd and 3. Gets through the line of scrimmage, sprints to the 50. Now the Bears 40, bumps it outside the numbers to the 35, where he's taken down by Kevin Byard III, their leading tackler last year. That's an 18-yard run by Jordan Mason and a 1st down for the Purple.
Yeah, great job on the outside by both tight ends, TJ Hawkinson, Josh Oliver, locking that thing up. And, you know, Mason's got himself a little bit of sweat going, so he's got the hot hand, Paul. You may want to just keep handing it off to him.
Justin Jefferson, 1 catch, 4 yards. He goes in motion to the left. He's changed his cleats, by the way. They're now purple. McCarthy back to pass, throws left, caught JJ. Make that caught Justin Jefferson from JJ at the 18-yard line. That's a connection of 17 yards and a 1st down. The Vikings are inside the red zone.
Yeah.
And for Justin Jefferson, he now is 3 catches from 500 in his career.
Just too much pressure from the left side. I think Justin School's been struggling. But the matchups, I mean, they're leaving Tyreek Stevenson one-on-one with Justin Jefferson, Paul. Normally, anything like that would be a 200-yard day for Justin. So they're allowing it to happen. That opportunity's there. We'll see if we can capitalize on it.
The 22-year-old J.J. McCarthy takes the snap from under center. Handoff Jordan Mason. Head of steam to the left side to the 15. And he's tripped up at the 14 and stopped at the 13. That's a run of 5 for Jordan Mason. And with 12:45 and counting to go in the game, Bears lead 17-6. Vikings are threatening.
Yeah, great job there by Jordan Mason to keeping his feet, even though he was hit early. And you had a free Tremaine Edmonds running through the line of scrimmage, and Mason just outran him to the hole. So, great job.
Minnesota 0 for 1 inside the 20, 0 for 1 inside the red zone. Fake toss right by McCarthy, boots out to the left, and he looks to throw, but then the ball's knocked away by Montez Sweat. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the Bears' 13-yard line. The Minnesota Vikings on 3rd down.
Yeah.
RO of 8.
JJ's got to figure out, when you're on the edge like that, you've got to change up your delivery, because these are unbelievably good athletes you're dealing with. And if you try to set your feet and throw the football, they can leave their feet, and that's a tough bit.
We have a Tim Jones sighting. Wide receiver left, 3 receivers right. 3rd and 5 from the Bears 13. Chicago rushes 4. McCarthy straight drop to the end zone and touchdown! Justin Jefferson catches J.J. McCarthy's first National Football League touchdown, and it's 17-12 Bears.
And get ready for the 2-point conversion, because that'll get us within a field goal away from tying this football game, Paul. This offense, this team needed this. I think it's going to give some juice to the defense to get out there. It's going to put some pressure on the Bears offense. So what a great answer, and what a great throw by JJ.
The Vikings have not closed on a 2-point conversion since 2022. McCarthy out of the shotgun, Aaron Jones to the left, 3 receivers right. Snap from Kelly. McCarthy, straight drop. Flag on the play, runs out to the right, stumbles to the left, spins away from a Bear. Now he just throws it into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Could have been intercepted by about 3 Bears. Once again, a flag did come in on the play.
And it's probably going to be holding against the Vikings.
Well, let's think about that.
Maybe not. The offense is staying out there.
Illegal use of hands in face, number 55, defense.
There you go.
Penalty will be enforced half the distance of the goal. Retry.
Ben Johnson's like, oh, Dangbo.
Oh, Dangbo's been putting on a clinic. He's been giving Justin School everything he can handle.
Grady Garrett's limping.
But now, yeah, he is. Looks like he got a toe stepped on or something like that. He's keeping himself in there, so he might be all right.
Old guys don't like when people step on their toes.
As Billings checks in, all 350 pounds of him. I mean, that's a big man checking in the middle.
Well, he didn't miss it by much. He's 345.
No, that's I know.
Ninth year from Baylor.
He's a Diet Coke from 400. I mean, he's a big man.
Ben Urasek, undrafted tight end from Georgia, checks in. Vikings have 3 tight ends. And a straight eye behind McCarthy. Now Hawkinson motions to the left. 2-point try. McCarthy, play action. He'll throw left. Josh Oliver caught at the 3, stopped at the 2. And the 2 is no good. Jonathan Owens, 7th year from Missouri Western. Wonderful open field tackle against the behemoth, Josh Oliver. All right, on the Sleep Number scoreboard, Bears lead 17-12. 12-13 to go in the game. This is Minnesota Vikings.
Listen to your team's pre- and post-game shows on the SiriusXM app.
We got our hands full, but we should be a better team.
Just search for your team's channel before and after every game to get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio.
I appreciate that locker room. That's a bunch of fighters in there.
Listen to your hometown announcers and your local pre- and post-game shows all on the SiriusXM app. And subscribers whose vehicles are equipped with our 360L radios, you can check out your team channel while you're on the road. Don't sweat the Sunday morning fantasy football roster decisions.
Need your help, need your help, need your help.
Let the experts of SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio be your guides. Jeff Ratcliffe, Jeff Mans, and Matthew Berry's Fantasy Life keep you informed with up-to-the-minute injury news and start-sit advice.
He's a must-start. He's playing a bad defense, and he's going to go off.
Get the info you need on game day all season long on Fantasy Sports Radio, SiriusXM 87 in the car, and on the SiriusXM app. If you want to win your fantasy football league, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio. From start-sit decisions to waiver wire advice to injury updates, SiriusXM Channel 87 helps you win your fantasy football league with expert advice from Jeff Mans.
Making the most moves doesn't result in the most wins.
Howard Bender.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Jeff Ratcliffe.
Don't overvalue wide receiver, cornerback.
Bob Harris.
If you're in a league that doesn't have IR, go out and start looking to waiver wires for players who are about to be activated.
And Matthew Berry's Fantasy Life.
Personally, I don't like trading for injured players because there's a risk of a setback.
And so much more.
You've done wonders for me through the years.
Winning strategies from the best analysts in the business are on Fantasy Sports Radio, SiriusXM 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
Whoa! Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 8:20 on the SiriusXM app.
Hey, Vikings fans, get ready for kickoff like the broadcast team with a pothole pizza. Only from Quick Trip, Meat Sweats, Vikings Pep Rally, and of course, Sausage Palooza. Grab a slice wherever you watch or listen to the game, and available now at US Bank Stadium. Well, all you Minnesota Vikings fans back in the homeland of Minnesota, keeping the faith as a family, down 5 points with 12-13 to go. We thank you wholeheartedly for listening to Minnesota Vikings football. Let the record show J.J. McCarthy's first touchdown pass went to Justin Jefferson. 6 plays, 60 yards, took about 2.5 minutes. It was a 13-yard touchdown. And despite being dramatically outplayed in certain facets of this season opener, the Vikings are only down 5 and have allowed just 1 touchdown this game via the offense of the Bears. The other touchdown was a pick 6. Reichert's kick, a yard deep in the end zone far side. Nice kick. And out comes Duvernay to the 5 to the 10. Ooh. And he is destroyed by Eric Wilson at the 24-yard line. I mean, with the touchback bringing the ball to the 35. I mean, kicking it like eight inches deep in the – that's a brilliant kick by Will Reichert.
Yeah, because if they do take a knee, that thing's coming out to the – I believe it's coming out to the 40 because it lands outside
the 40,
of the
right.
landing zone.
Yep.
And so you're right. Duvernay is feeling it a little bit.
No, the 35. It was in the landing zone,
okay,
which
I
is
got
the 20.
Well, and for Wilson to – what a play, though. What a clothesline. So defense needs to come up big right here. Hopefully they're energized by what the offense just was able to do.
1st and 10 from the Chicago 25 for Caleb Williams, who puts DJ Moore in motion to the right. Williams back to pass. Hey, sacked! They finally sacked Caleb Williams. Javon Hargrave, welcome to the purple and gold. That's his first sack wearing the colors. And it's going to be a loss of 8, making it 2nd and 18.
And that's exactly why you brought Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen in, Paul, to be able to get pressure on the quarterback without bringing the blitz. And Javon Hargrave, man, he just absolutely beat Jonah Jackson off the ball. I mean, just a fabulous job. And he and Drew Dalman, he's wearing them out.
2nd and 18. It's a gun run to DeAndre Swift. And with Blake Cashman out of the game with a swoon over his hammy, Eric Wilson is absolutely capitalizing. That's a loss of 1. Now it's 3rd and 19, back to the Bears 16. Bears lead 17-12, 11-10 and counting to go in the season opener. And this capital L and his friend the lowercase L in front of us have decided to sit down.
Now let's see. We got the 4-man rush coming here. Maybe with Drake Rodriguez, I don't know. We might see Van Ginkel as well.
3rd and 19 for Caleb Williams out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right and left. Now Odunze in motion to the right. They're going to swing it to him. And Van Ginkel nearly jumped it like he did twice last year. I mean, Van Ginkel had Caleb Williams read like he was in the same class with him at USC.
Paul, that ball was thrown at about knee-high level. It was going to skip its way to the receiver. I actually think Caleb Williams saw Van Ginkel and almost intentionally threw that thing low, because had it been delivered where it should be, chest high, Van Ginkel might actually have come down with that thing. But, man, if we've seen him do it once, we've seen him do it 20 times. Amazing.
Torrey Taylor, high line drive punt. It's returnable. Here comes Miles Price from the 27. Gets to the 30, 35 right side. Stutter steps to the 40. Ooh, Miles Price has juice. Gets to the 50 and the 48 of the Bears. Yeah, Miles Price. 23-yard return, and the Vikings will begin anew in Bears territory. We're only down by 5 on the Sleep Number scoreboard. 17-12 Chicago. Still got 10.5 minutes to go in this game from Soldier Field on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Minnesota Vikings all season long with your favorite purple and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from US Bank Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Vikings branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Vikings. Shields, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings and football fans everywhere.
You're listening to Vikings football. The marathon of Major League Baseball is now in a sprint to the postseason.
This is the moment right here.
You know, you got to protect your house.
Holy smokes! Wow!
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Start your day with Steve Phillips, Eduardo Perez, and Xavier Scruggs at 7 Eastern on the leadoff spot.
There was something special going on there.
Followed by Mike Barron and former GM Jim Duquette on Power Alley at 10.
They woke up a sleeping dog.
Weekdays at 2 Eastern, Ryan Spielborgs, CJ Nitkowski, Kevin Franson, and a cast of former big leaguers on Loud Outs.
The excitement level takes it to that next step.
Plus, nightly recaps of all the action with the Round Trip Roundup.
Oh, my, off the face of the third deck.
Exclusive on-site pregame shows from the League Championship Series and the World Series. Don't miss a pitch of the excitement on SiriusXM and hear your hometown announcers wherever you are. MLB Network Radio. Baseball talk for the baseball fan. Hear it on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Hey there, it's Ray Hudson again, soccer extraordinario from SiriusXM-FC. The biggest and the most exciting sport in the world lives on channel 157. Hear every heart-pounding moment from the Premier League, MLS, and the UEFA Champions League.
Oh, what a goal!
and illuminating analysis from World Cup veterans like Tony Meola.
I don't give a rat's what the process is supposed to look like.
We got that passion on Sirius XM FC 157.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the Sirius XM app.
Welcome back. 10:37 to go in the game. 17-12 Chicago. The Bears attempting to go wire to wire, but now they got a little pressure on them. 1st and 10 from the 50. And the handoff goes to Aaron Jones, and he has room to the right side to the 45, and he plows Noah Sewell and a bunch of Bears down to the 41. Little 9-yard run by Aaron Jones, and everybody here is a little quiet right now, aren't they?
And here's the thing. That's where Jordan Mason is huge, because Aaron Jones is fresh. He hasn't a lot of plays in this entire game, so you're looking at 10-13 to go in the fourth quarter, and Aaron Jones is really just starting to get warmed up.
J.J. McCarthy with a touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson. 17-12. Second down, play action from under center. J.J. straight drop, throws right. Through the hands of Jefferson at about the 18-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 1. He was a single. The Bear went down, by the way, with a cramp.
I think it's worse than a cramp.
You think so?
Yeah, this is
Nashawn Wright?
Yeah.
So should we'll see if we have to pause here in a moment, but should Justin have caught that?
Yeah, it looked to me from this angle. I'll have to see it on TV, but it looked like it was right where it should have been.
Yeah, we'll pause. On the sleep number scoreboard, while they tend to Nashawn Wright's hamstring, Chicago leads 17-12, and it's 3rd and 1 for the Vikings from the Bears 41 when we return. We might be in business, too, on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
Sometimes you need to play defense when you shop online. So many websites these days ask you to store your card numbers with them, and it's time to blow the whistle on that. Participating banks and credit unions are now offering Pays, an online checkout service with added security. With Pays, actual card numbers aren't actually shared with merchants. Now that's protecting your pocket. Find out if your bank or credit union offers Pays today at Pays.com. That's PAZE.com.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
Vikings fans, game day starts early at Mystic Lake, home of the official watch party of the Minnesota Vikings. Catch the Vikings take on Pittsburgh all the way from Ireland at 8:30 a.m. Sunday, September 28th. Enjoy food, drink specials, photo ops, a fantastic Vikings merch booth, giveaways and appearances by Vikings cheerleaders, and the Skull Line. Vikings versus Pittsburgh from Ireland, Sunday, September 28th at 8:30 a.m. Come to the official watch party. Get details at mysticlake.com.
At Anderson, we understand the challenges of builders and contractors better than most. Here's proof from real pros.
The best service department is the one you don't need, right? But when you do, I know they're going to be there.
The 400 series has earned my trust to the point where we have put it in our own home.
When somebody says Anderson, everybody responds quality.
Helping builders and contractors craft their legacy. Anderson, the #1 trusted window and door brand. Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand surveys of U.S. contractors and builders.
Alrighty, 17-12 Chicago. Vikings break the huddle on 3rd and 1. They've been heavy laden most of the evening, but a first down would give them rest. 3rd and 1 from the Bears 41. McCarthy is under center, puts Jefferson in motion. McCarthy back to pass, throws from his back foot, left side, flag. Yes, he did get held, Peter Bursich. Jalen Naylor got held by Tyreek Stevenson because if he didn't hold him, Jalen was going to catch it, and the Vikings were going to take the lead.
So we're going to have illegal contact and a holding penalty on the Bears defense.
Can we get both for 30 yards?
Pass interference, number 29 defense, spot foul, automatic first down.
Oh, looky here. We're approaching the red zone, boys.
Yeah, wow. I mean, you know, for the Bears, they find themselves in this position. Can't be feeling too good for them. And we got them on their heels a little bit.
Can't be feeling too good for who? The Bears?
The Bears can't be feeling too good right about now. I mean, the momentum has completely swung our way. JJ's starting to look a little bit better. He looks a little more settled in the pocket. We've got matchups, Paul, against these defensive backs. We should be able to wear them out through the air.
1st and 10 from the 27 of the Bears. McCarthy out of the shotgun. Blitz is on, it's picked up. McCarthy loops it to Jones. Touchdown! He's showtime! And the Minnesota Vikings have taken a 1-point lead.
Wow, what a fantastic play as you get a wheel route from Aaron Jones on the outside. And we know Aaron Jones is talented, but we've seen him get deep a couple times on this Bear defense, and I don't think there was any game plan for that. So a fantastic job of delivering the football right where it needed to be for JJ. Dropped it in between the linebacker and the safety, Jaquan Brisker. Beautiful play, and now the Vikings are going for 2. So, Paul, sneakily, this is a huge play because it's going to force the Bears to have to score a touchdown in order to take the lead.
18-17 Minnesota, 2-point try. McCarthy out of the shotgun. Big zero blitz. Pass right. Caught. Thielen for the 2. And Minnesota has taken a 20-17 lead. How about that?
Wow.
The Minnesota Vikings trailing the entire game. We got a 74-yard pick six. We got Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams marching down the field on the very first possession. But that's it for the Bears offense. And J.J. McCarthy, a fired-up Minnesota bench, and everything purple and gold has erupted to take a 20-17 lead. We got to calm down here right now. So,
and Paul,
let's go back to Minneapolis for Scoreboard Central and Main Man Must.
Thanks, PA. Scoreboard Central brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. You can play the new Viking Scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery with a chance to win up $100,000 instantly. Coming up on Sunday, the home opener Sunday night, taking on the Falcons. Now, Penix Jr., he threw for 298 yards and a touchdown, and then he got Robinson with 6 receptions for 100 yards and a touchdown, but it wasn't enough. Buccaneers end up beating the Falcons 23-20. Now back to PA.
Ben Lieber, we've heard Pete Bursich say it a few times. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. And when the Bears blitzed Noah Sewell on that 2, it left Nick McLeod, who's been a little overmatched against some Vikings the last year, one-on-one with AT-19. We got the 2, and they lead 20-17. What do you think, brother?
Well, and we got the coverage that we're looking for. The man coverage, he's chasing Thielen, and the ball was placed perfectly, only where Thielen can get it. Now, let me just tell you the vibe down here. After that touchdown throw, then the 2-point conversion, there was a bounce by J.J. McCarthy coming off the field. KOC meets him about the hash mark with a giant low 5. They were hyped. Thielen throws the ball after he catches it, almost in the end of the stands. He walks off with the bounce. I mean, this whole sideline erupted. I mean, there is an absolute energy and a vibe right now here, down here on the Viking sidelines.
Aaron Jones with J.J. McCarthy's 2nd National Football League touchdown pass. Now let's see what Caleb can do. Not playing from ahead. 1st and 10 from his own 35. Going to hand it off to DeAndre Swift, who has had tough sledding this second half. Jalen Redmond throws him down violently and says, "Sit down, DeAndre, no gain."
Yeah, the defenses have been playing the run so well tonight, Paul, and such a key. I mean, the offense plays into the defense, and the momentum has to carry over. So defensively, these guys have to be energized. They have to be juiced. They've been on the field for a vast majority of this football game. The question is can Caleb Williams get the football down the field?
2nd and 10, 3 receivers left. DeAndre Swift to the right of Caleb Williams out of the shotgun. Cole Kmet, the tight end, stands up to the right side. Williams, 2nd and 10, back to pass. Sidearms it over the middle. Sweet pass to Roma Dunze, caught at the 43. That'll be a hit of 12 yards and a first down for the Chicago Bears. Vikes lead 20-17.
That's probably one of the better passes we've seen Caleb Williams make tonight, as far as going through his progression, it not being there, and then instead of pulling it down and deciding to run, he hung in there, and Rome Odunze found a hole in the zone. So pass rush did not get there, but a great snap by Caleb Williams on that play.
1st and 10, Chicago from its own 48. Williams was swift as the single set play action. Van Ginkel blitzes. Caleb gets away from one Viking. He's trying to outrun Van Ginkel, who dives and can't trip him. Now Caleb next to the sideline. He throws it, but he stepped out of bounds at about the 43.
His quarterback was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Releasing the pass. Second down.
Yeah. Caleb Williams lost his compass, and he also lost 5 yards. 2nd and 15.
Yeah, that's going to go, I think, for another sack for Javon Hargrave, Paul.
Well, let me do this. Let's break for pause for station identification as Vikings.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Bears battle 128 is the doozy. 20-17 Minnesota midway through the 4th quarter. 2nd and 15. Caleb Williams facing a 4-man rush. Throws to the right side. Rome Odunze leaves his feet but can't bring it in. They had a matchup of Odunze, second-year Washington, on safety Theo Jackson. And Odunze is generally good at leaving his feet and bringing in passes, but not that time. First downs, Rome were not built in a day.
Nope.
So it's now 3rd and 15.
Yeah, just a little bit off. And again, it's where you're seeing the versatility. You see Isaiah Rodgers, he's playing more of a safety. You've got, Theo Jackson playing more of the flat in the corner and a cover 2 look, just confusing Caleb Williams.
All right, 3rd and 15 from the Bears 43. See what Caleb can do here, facing a 4-man rush, throws left. And holy cow, was that an awful pass. Aaron Jones, who, by the way, plays offense for the Vikings, he tried to make a one-handed, left-handed catch, standing about 5 feet off the field. And Caleb Williams and the Bears offense officially have gone pear-shaped.
Wow, you taking a look at Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave over on the sideline. They are absolutely fired up. They're having so much success on the interior of this revamped Bears offensive line that we're not having to blitz to get pressure. And that was a throwaway. That was not a pass attempt.
Miles Price having a terrific game returning punts. Oh, it was blocked. Yes, it was. It was Dallas. No, it was Eric Wilson. And the ball rolls into Vikings territory, 40-35, and it stops at the 32-yard line. Holy cow. You talk about a momentum shift. I mean, J.J. McCarthy throws a 74-yard pick 6, and it felt as bad as it can feel. And then now everything has just turned purple and gold here in the city of Chicago. We're throwing touchdowns to Jefferson. We're throwing touchdowns to Aaron Jones. We're getting 2-point conversions with Adam Thielen. The Alabama kid, Will Reichert, hit from 59, a career long. And it's 1st and 10 Minnesota from its own 32 midway through the 4th quarter. And now Kevin O'Connell has a great opportunity to chew on some clock with Jordan Mason and/or Aaron Jones against a tired Bears defense.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, Paul. So here, get ready for some Jordan Mason right here.
1st and 10. Mason stands tall in the backfield at about the 25. Jalen Naylor in motion to the right. Handoff Mason. Quite predictable, but he gets loose to the right side. Nice cut to the left. 35-40. Dragging Bears into Bears territory to the 48. That's a 20-yard run for Jordan Mason, and it's a 1st down for the Minnesota Vikings.
Just a little bit of a different run game with Jordan Mason in there. You're getting some pullers, but just a more downhill style of run than with Aaron Jones, who you want to get out on the edges and get him in space. Mason has been huge tonight, Paul. He's probably been the most consistent player we've had on offense all night.
1st down for Minnesota from the 49 of Chicago. Mason, the single set. Right back to Jordan. Stutter step to the left. Dominique Robinson and Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat brings him down. It's no game, but the clock runs. The Bears, by the way, have only 2 timeouts because Ben Johnson lost a challenge on a T.J. Hawkinson play back in the 3rd quarter.
Now we're getting close. By the time this ball snapped, you'll have 6 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter, Paul. And This is where you got to be cold-blooded at some point, though. McCarthy's going to have to make a big throw here if we want to put more points on the board.
McCarthy puts Adam Thielen in motion to the left. 2 receivers left, 2 right. McCarthy back to pass, throws right, caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson at the Bears 45, and he'll spin his way to the 40 for a gain of 9. And with 5:50 and counting to go in the game, 3rd and 1 for Minnesota from the Bears 40.
You can feel the timing kind of coming into this offense. I mean, you can see McCarthy now getting to the top of his drop, setting his feet, delivering the throw right away, on target, on time. So he's looking so much more comfortable, Paul, than he did in the first half of this football game. So I think we're just seeing, we're not going down the field. This isn't the offense of last year. However, JJ's looking a lot better.
McCarthy, 10 of 18, 122, couple of TDs and a pick 6. 3rd and 1, handoff Aaron Jones up the middle, and he's hit. And he was hit right at the line of scrimmage. He fell forward close to the first down. They gave it to him.
They're moving the chain.
No virtual measurement.
Yeah, if it was a preseason, they would have done that.
What happened to the 6 triangulated cameras? One of them must be down like Harper's computer.
Well, you're a second. Josh Oliver checking in, and so the Bears decide to go base defense. I mean, 4 D linemen, 3 linebackers. You don't see that much more anymore in football, at least at the NFL level. So here we go.
The Bears just put in Ruben Hippolyte II, a Maryland rookie linebacker they happen to like a lot. 1st and 10. Handoff Aaron Jones, bit of room to the left side across the line of scrimmage following Donovan Jackson, who fell. And Jones is taken down at the 35 for a gain of 3. But really, most importantly, right now, this clock continues to run. 4:20 and counting to go in the game. Bears with 2 timeouts. Vikings with a 3-point lead.
And this represents kind of the change in the offense, Paul. If we can run this football when everybody in the stadium, Bears included, know you got to stop the run. We got some confusion on the Bears defense as far as where everybody's lining up.
Ben Urasek in motion to the left. Urasek, McCarthy, fellow rook, make that 2nd year. Under center, rolls out to the right, throws right, caught Aaron Jones at the 32-yard line. Toe tapping the sideline. First down to the 23. 12-yard catch and run, and some acrobatic footwork by Aaron Jones, who has a catching touchdown this game.
Yeah, he left about maybe 5 to 10 yards on the table, Paul. If that ball gets out there just a little bit more quickly and Aaron Jones is able to turn his entire body up before that sideline runs him out of bounds. It's again, McCarthy looking so much better. Just the timing. We're not talking about getting down the field, but just getting up into the pocket.
7th play of the possession, with the Vikings leading 20-17. Handoff Aaron Jones. Stood up at the line of scrimmage. In fact, behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a tackle for loss of a yard. So it's 2nd and 11. Clock continues to run. 3:40, 3:39, and counting in the 4th quarter.
Now, big play there by Montez Sweat. He's got to get a little bit more out of the tight ends and the tackles over there. And Montez Sweat is the pass rush guru for this Bears defense. They've been very successful at getting to McCarthy tonight. I think it has more to do with just Justin School kind of settling down. I think he looks a lot better than he did in the first half of this football game.
9th play of a possession that's gone 44 yards, taken more than 4 minutes. Perfect. McCarthy, shotgun, throws right, caught Jefferson. He angles to the right, makes a Bear miss at the 20, and he speeds to the 15, taken down at the 14, gain of 10. Well done, Justin Jefferson. It'll be 3rd and 1, approaching the 2-minute warning. And by the way, with that reception, Justin Jefferson has passed Steve Jordan for the 4th most receptions in Minnesota Vikings history. And he has 499 receptions in his career. And he also has J.J. McCarthy's first National Football League touchdown.
That ball had a lot of zip on it, a ton of velocity. The Bears were lined up, showing blitz, let the first line through, and J.J. making the first defender miss. So it was Kevin Byard that he put a little bit of a move on to get us almost the first down. And, well, this 1 yard right here is unbelievably huge. If the Vikings can move the chains right here, burn even more time off the clock, the Bears are down to 1 timeout. This is a big play right here.
Deshaun Wright's back in. 3 receivers left. 3rd and 1 from the Bears 14. McCarthy out of the shotgun, milking a 3-point lead. It is a run-pass option. McCarthy takes off to the right, to the 10. Stutter steps at the 5. Touchdown! He's J.J. McCarthy, and he runs for a Vikings touchdown. And the Minnesota Vikings, after that 14-yard touchdown gallop, sending fans home here at Soldier Field, have an 26-17 lead.
Sorry, boy. You talk about unscripted plays. When's the last time you've seen Kevin O'Connell run a quarterback keeper like that? An option play. You just never see it. What an unbelievable play. What an unbelievable play by McCarthy.
Reichert, extra point, snap spot. Right-footed kick is good. And with 2:53 to go in the game, the Minnesota Vikings have taken a 27-17 lead. And Ben and Pete, it's so abundantly clear. Once J.J. McCarthy started completing passes, started stepping into his throws, got a touchdown, it almost was the, I can do this at this level. And holy cow, I'm watching it. It's happening right in front of me because Kevin O'Connell, with our pregame interview, I asked him with McCarthy when he's 22 years of age and you're a father of 4. When he does things well, it's almost like a surrogate dad, super proud that he finally got it, and Kevin agreed.
Yeah, and Paul, you're absolutely right. What we're seeing is J.J. McCarthy starting to get the timing, not maybe on the deep passing game, but on the short passing game, looking so much better and more comfortable than he did earlier on. And you know what, Paul, it couldn't have started any worse for J.J. McCarthy, really. I mean, throwing a pick six like that, teams, when you score on defense, you're winning over 90% of the time. But let's credit the defense as well. This Vikings defense, to hold the Bears to 17 points right now, they have played their rear ends off. And let me tell you something else. The Javon Hargrave, Jonathan Allen experiment, it's working. Because those two guys are causing problems for the Bears.
Well, how about this in the fourth quarter? I mean, fourth quarter yardage, Vikings 149, Bears -1.
Wow.
That'll win you a lot of games right there, Peter.
It will. I mean, obviously you can't come out and have a first half like the Vikings did. But what a turnaround. I mean, we got 3 minutes left to go. There's a lot of football left to be played here, but man, what a turn of events.
Caleb Williams, 2 receivers left and right. He's out of the shotgun. Puts DeAndre Swift to the left. Why? Because Jonathan Grenard is opposite Braxton Jones on that side. Williams, straight drop. He's going to throw to the right. Cole Kmet wide open, tries to make a one-handed catch, and he did at the 34, 35-yard line. I mean, kind of a bad pass by Caleb Williams, but Kmet bailed him out, and that's a 26-yard hit.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't let him do is just get up and down the field quickly.
Caleb, back to pass, nearing the 2-minute warning. He's going to throw left, man uncovered, incomplete. Now, Isaiah Rodgers and Jay Ward are talking to each other because somebody royally bleeped up.
Oh, my.
DJ Moore, by the way, the best offensive player the Bears have. I mean, Caleb Williams' pass was terrible, and otherwise it's a touchdown.
And he's doing what we've seen him kind of do in the second half of this football game, and that's everything's high. I mean, you saw it. You mentioned it on the play before. Cole Kmet kind of bailed him out, and in this one he had a wide receiver and just overthrew it. I mean, that was terrible.
Jeff Okuda sprinting to the other side of the field. Williams, 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. Looks at Van Ginkel, threatening blitz from his left. Williams goes the other way. Fastball incomplete. DeAndre Swift left his speed at the 31-yard line. Went right through his hands. So now it's 3rd and 10. We go down to the sideline to Ben Liebel. What's going on down there, Ben?
Well, let me just describe an interaction that I saw. Now, take what you want out of this, but I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of Bears officials, a lot of people that are just protecting the field, and clearly they're cheering for the Bears. After that JJ rushing touchdown, many of the people, bright-eyed, looking at each other, multiple people mouthed to each other, baller.
Jeez.
Straight baller.
Well, the guy they took first overall throws it over the middle, incomplete. It should have been intercepted. Flag on the play, by the way. Jay Ward, an inch from his first NFL interception. 2:16 to go in the game. We have a flag.
Yeah, I think this is going to go against the Vikings.
Really?
For illegal contact. So it might be first down.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, number 7, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Byron Murphy Jr.
That's the one guy that you wouldn't expect that to happen to. I think the contact started inside that 5-yard box, but it carried on a little bit further down the field. And, for a defense that's played so well, Paul, you want them to maintain that level of intensity. They kept us in this football game. We get a 2-score lead here, but we got to tighten this thing up. Make the Bears snap the football, make them burn time off the clock. Every second counts right now.
The Bears had a missed 50-yard field goal by Cairo Santos earlier this quarter. That's factoring in nicely. Ivan Pace blitzes. Caleb throws over the middle. Incomplete. Flag. 2 flags. Isaiah Rodgers absolutely mauled DJ Moore, who's laying on the field. Caleb Williams, by the way, down in the backfield, helped up by DeAndre Swift. Now, Rodgers, from afar, looked like he made a really good play. But we're going to have to take a look at this replay.
Yeah, this is going to be targeting, I think, by Jay Ward or Theo Jackson. I think it was Jay Ward that ended up hitting DJ Moore. And then you're going to get another penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 0, the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Yeah, Isaiah, Ivan Pace Jr. I'm not really sure about that Ivan Pace Jr. flag, but whomever hit DJ Moore, DJ stayed hit. It was that hard.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a penalty flag thrown back there, but the hit itself and I believe it was by Jay Ward, was a good one. He hit the football. Isaiah Rodgers on top of
Well, this is audio or radio, but take a look at Ivan Pace Jr. He gets through, and
helmet to helmet. That's what they're
helmet to helmet.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't think his helmet. No, it did.
It is. But I don't know what else Ivan Pace could do.
Tough to explain TV.
He puts his hands up in the air. Yeah, he puts his hands up in the air, and Caleb follows
Please reset
through.
the game clock to 2:12. 2:12 on the game clock. Thank you.
That Jay Ward hit, by the way, 10 of 10 clean.
Absolutely.
Right shoulder pad on the football.
Absolutely. I thought that they were going to get a targeting mention there, but that was a beautiful hit. Isaiah Rodgers on the back of DJ Moore and Jay Ward just knocking that football loose. So
the hit downfield was legal.
Well, they had to. I bet the replay had to have entered into that.
Yeah,
he definitely threw that flag.
Well, and with Ivan Pace Jr., sorry to clip. I understand the penalty and the rule. Yeah. There's really nothing you can do.
No, not
because
not
if
at
you
all.
Start playing slow, man, that's where you lose a career.
You see, I guess that's part of the problem is just you want the guys to continue to play high. Ivan Pace puts his arms up in the air, so Caleb Williams can't just throw it down the middle of the field. And after the ball leaves his hands, he's bringing his arms down to tackle him, and they meet kind of face to face. And there's nothing that Ivan Pace can do in that situation other than hit Caleb Williams up high.
Yeah.
So not good. This is not what Bears fans want to see.
Yeah.
And DJ Moore, who's such a huge part of their offense, hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Well, he's really shaken up.
Yeah,
he got up, stopped, walked 10 feet, stopped again, hands on his knees, and now he's gingerly walking to the sideline.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like anything structurally is wrong, and hopefully, for his sake, it's just a matter of catching a huge hit in the ribs. He got caught in the midsection.
Yeah, we got to win this game, man. I got a new phone. And
yes, we do.
Got the drive-by microphone all ready for the 2025, and we got a kid quarterback trying to go 1-0. Yeah. We got to hold on here, man.
Well, right now,
9 to noon drive-bys.
Paul, right now, you just got to don't let them score quickly.
Right.
Keep lining it up.
All right. 2:12 to go in the game. 1st and 10 for the Bears from the Vikings 14. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left and 2 right. Caleb takes the snap, short drop, looking left, steps up, wants to run, 15, 10, flag, 5, touchdown Caleb Williams. I believe it would be his 2nd rushing touchdown if the side judge puts up his arms, and he does, but
rolling on the field, touchdown.
About the flag, Alanek. What about the flag, man? It came in 10 seconds ago.
Well, obviously against the Vikings, so they would probably decline it either way.
Man, come on.
So,
I mean, can anything be easy?
Illegal contact, number 7 of the defense.
Oh,
the penalty is declined.
That's 2 now in the same series. That's what I'm talking about, Paul. Is just is missing out on that. And I mean, I don't know what the decision here is to whether or not they're going for 2.
Hey, by the way, look at the replay here.
They're going for 2.
Caleb Williams stepped out of bounds at the 1, and the ball did not cross the stripe.
Exactly right.
Well, they're reviewing it, so they can't be dumb.
Well,
they got to get this right.
They're reviewing it. They review every scoring play. And that's part of the problem that we have with this is that they just say, all right, it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Because then it gets automatically reviewed.
After replay review, the ball carrier is out of bounds.
Thank you.
The ball at the half-yard line.
Thank you.
First and goal.
Well, there is no such thing as a half-yard line, but we understand it. Here comes some extra beef. The Chicago Bears version of Dan Skipper.
Please reset the game clock to 2:05.
When Ben Johnson was coordinating the Lions offense, Theo Benedette, first full year from British Columbia, he's entered the game. It's first and goal from the 1 with 2:05 to go in the game. Man, if you could stop them right here and make them run a play after the 2-minute warning.
100%. This is huge right here. If you can keep them out of the end zone on this first play and get this to the 2-minute warning, make them snap it again, Paul, you're absolutely right. That's going to be huge.
Tatum Everett from the Vikings Entertainment Network has come into the broadcast booth. Tatum Everett preparing her between the lines for Vikings.com with Ben Lieber after the game, and hopefully between the lines they are chatting about a 1-0 Vikings team heading home to play the Atlanta Falcons next Sunday. I think it's a 7:15 or 7:20 kick against the winless Atlanta Falcons. Caleb Williams up to the line of scrimmage, first and goal from the 1. Swift in motion. Williams passing, throws back center of the end zone to an uncovered Roma Dunze. And that's an effortless touchdown by the Chicago Bears. And the play took 3 seconds, by the way. It's 27-23, Minnesota.
Is that not the most Ben Johnson thing you've seen today?
Yes.
Right? You bring in the extra line, and you put up the whole charade, and then you end up play faking it. And when the entire stadium, the entire country thought they were going to run the football. It's unfortunate the way the defense let the Bears get down the field on them, greatly assisted by penalties. That's the one thing is you don't want to help them out.
There's been a common thread opening week with kickers missing in big spots. Happened a bunch yesterday. How about Cairo Santos missing this extra point? Snap, spot. Ooh, Isaiah Rodgers almost blocked it. That's good. All right, 2:02 to go in the contest. Santos made extra point, makes it a 3-point game. I mean, it's, I forgot the guy's name. It's, I think, Andre Schmidt, a rookie kicker from Syracuse, kicking for Kevin Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Well, my man misses an extra point and a 36-yard field goal with 2 and small change to go to give the Browns the lead. All right, so there's that. Younghoe Koo for the Atlanta Falcons missed, I shouldn't say relatively easy, but he missed a big kick.
Should be routine.
Should be routine, thank you. And that elevated the Buccaneers into the winner's circle. There were more, but the point being here is Will Reichert made a career-long 59-yard field goal, and Cairo Santos missed a 50-yard field goal, and that score. What's it separated by, Peter?
By a field goal, Paul.
Yes, 3 points. 27-24 Minnesota.
Interesting.
Can we try an onside kick here?
Well, I don't know if they're either going to have to do that or
they got to declare it if they do.
Yeah, they got to declare it if they do. And the other part of it too is, and I don't think they're declaring it, is if they kick it out of the back of the end zone, will any time run off the clock? That'll force the Vikings to snap the ball once, you get the 2-minute warning, snap the ball twice, and then you get a timeout.
That's a great point.
So that's the plan, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if Santos just puts this thing through the uprights.
Yeah, that makes sense. Back for the Minnesota Vikings, Ty Chandler and Miles Price. I mean, seriously, with Miles Price, Rondale Moore was going to be the kick and punt returner. He gets hurt in the first preseason game. Miles Price takes over and has done an awesome job tonight. Santos booms it 8 yards deep in the end zone. Ty Chandler wisely is going to come out to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, and he spins to the 25, hold onto the ball, Ty, and he's taken down to the 25. Wow. That play took 7 seconds.
Yeah, what a mistake by Santos.
Agreed. All right,
mistake.
2-minute warning. Vikes with the ball, and the Bears only have one timeout. Minnesota leads 27-24. Back shortly on the KFA and Minnesota Vikings Audio Network, driven by Polaris.
This is how your feet feel in a pair of bad-fitting shoes. And this is how your feet feel in a pair of great-fitting shoes from Trade Home Shoes. Trade Home Shoes, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings, has been delivering premium footwear for over 100 years. We are Minnesota-based, employee-owned, and here to help your whole family find shoes that fit. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
When it comes to managing your blood pressure, you play to win. You've made changes to your diet. You stay active. You've followed your doctor's game plan to the letter. But when it comes to your health, you can't always tackle it alone. Go beyond typical treatments with the Simplicity blood pressure procedure. Brought to you by Medtronic, official sponsor of the Vikings. Talk to your doctor. Results may vary. Adverse events include but are not limited to temporary pain and bruising. Read important risk factor information at beyondhbp.com.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
(27-24) Minnesota. 1:55 to go in the game. The Bears have one timeout remaining. Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen. What do you think happens here? What is the discretion is the better part of valor approach to holding this lead?
Well, I think right now you've got to run the football and just keep that clock running. Force the Bears to take their last time out, and then hopefully you're looking at 2nd and 7, and then you can go from there. So I think everyone in the stadium right now understands and knows that we're going to be running this football.
McCarthy under center. Handoff Jordan Mason. Gets through to the right side. Kevin Byard III hits him at the 29 and stops him right there. Still a gain at the rate. And the Bears, led by Ben Johnson and defensively coordinated by Dennis Allen, will use their final timeout with 1:47 to go in the game. So let's do some Notre Dame math here. I mean, you get a first down, it's obviously over.
Yeah.
But how close are we to, like, maybe running for 7 yards and eating 5 or 7 seconds? And
you're looking at the run plus 25 seconds, so you're looking at maybe 35 seconds per play, about a minute. Mm-hmm. And then you have the punt as well, because the Bears can no longer stop the clock. So, Paul, if Jordan Mason's able to drag some people and move the chains and get a first down, what a huge addition that he is.
Oh, yeah.
His team.
He's been great.
Game. He's been fantastic today.
Yep. That was Ben Lieber's player of the game into the game, too, and he has lived up to the hype. 2nd down, McCarthy under center. Back to Mason. To the right side, wraps both of his strong arms around the football. Taken down by Jaquan Brisker. Gain of 1. Ben and his Bears cannot stop the clock. So it's 3rd and 6 from the Vikings 30. Minnesota leads 27-24. 1:25 and counting to go. So we have, let's go 1:20 right now and 18 on the play clock.
Yeah, you may The Vikings may just let this thing wind down, call that timeout.
Yeah. And then bootleg McCarthy out to the right like they did for the touchdown and just send everybody home apathetic.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something along those lines, because right now they don't even have a free safety. They've got 9 guys, 10 guys on the line of scrimmage. They're just leaving JJ one-on-one with space, in space, and against of everybody, Tyreek Stevenson. And so that might be the way to go, Paul, is to give that run pass option, the touchdown play, and just let JJ do that. Say, hey, if the defensive end chases the dive, then pull that thing out. Just remind him to stay in bounds. That's it. That's really the only mistake that you can make right here in this situation.
A first down sends the Minnesota Vikings home, a 1-0 operation. 3rd and 6 from their own 30. I mean, there are 10 Chicago Bears in the box. Handoff Mason, jump cut right, not going to get close to the first down. Brady Jarrett, the former Falcon, corralled him at the 31, gain of 1, so it's 4th and 5. 50 seconds to go in the game and 34 on the play clock, so we got about a 15-second split here.
Yeah.
I mean, you run that thing down, call your second timeout, where O'Connell prudently held on to his timeouts, didn't attempt any foolish challenges, and thus he has them to use where the first-year head coach does not. And then you boom that thing away, and Caleb has, what, 1 play to maybe try to get a touchdown?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we're going to get this thing down to about 17, 16 seconds.
I don't believe in jinxes. I'm not a big jinx or luck guy. However, ever since we went down to the sideline to Ben Lieber, and I asked him about Caleb Williams, and he said, he's been damn good. I mean, super impressive. Ever since that moment, Caleb Williams has basically been in the tank.
I think the pressure, getting the pressure on Caleb, and from what little I've been able to see on the video, he's not stepping into his throws. He's almost stepping into the bucket and leaving, opening his shoulders, and because of that, dropping the elbow, which causes the ball to sail. And he's overthrown. Even that great catch that was made by Cole Kmet.
Yeah,
he saved.
Yeah, that was a great catch.
He saved Caleb Williams. Now, let's cover this punt, folks. Let's go.
You fake a punt with Ryan Wright here, and they'll never see it coming. You're not going to do it, but big rush. High punt by Ryan Wright. Fair catch by Devin Duvernay. Drop it. Yeah.
Oh.
Fair caught at the 20. The play took 6 seconds. So we're down to 9 seconds to go in the game. And,
in
the Bears, they need an 80. I mean, they need a, what would it be? It would be, give me an Illinois city that begins with M.
They got to get to about the
Give me an Illinois city that begins with M.
Moline.
They need a Moline miracle here in Soldier Field.
Moline out by Rock Island. Say hi to everybody out west. What up?
All right, so what do we have here, Peter?
Keep them in bounds, Paul. Yep. That's what you do right here, is you keep them in bounds.
Yep, we have Tavier Thomas, Theo Jackson, Jay Ward, and Joshua Metellus, all at least 20 yards from the line of scrimmage. Jackson and Metellus are 35 yards from the line of scrimmage. And Caleb Williams goes with an empty backfield, 3 receivers right. Flag on the play. That's going to be illegal formation on the Bears. They put DJ Moore in motion, and somebody went pear-shaped, and now they're going to back up, and this whole thing is just a disaster for the Bears.
That's an interesting play call.
Illegal shift, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
I mean, it makes you wonder.
But they lose the clock, right? They lose the 4 seconds.
Yeah, they do. It makes you wonder, did they have some kind of trick play going on there? Wow. They're going to have DeAndre pull it up and throw.
Of course they did. I mean, their coach is Ben Johnson.
That's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, how are you going to run the ball off tackle?
I don't know.
In a situation like that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were going to hand it to DJ Moore. He was going to head out left, plant, and throw down the field. I mean, that's just guessing from afar. All right, so we have two Vikings on the line of scrimmage. They're both good. Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel. Then 15 yards from that, Jeff Okudah and Isaiah Rodgers. Here's the pass to Rome Odunze. They're looking for the Moline Miracle. DJ Moore catches it, flips it back to the rookie from Rutgers. He drops it, and the ball game is over. The Minnesota Vikings have come from behind and defeated the Chicago Bears 27-24.
As Jeffrey Okudah is laying on the ground, so we'll have to take a look at him. But what an unbelievable finish. This Viking team hanging in there when the momentum was so clearly in the hands of the Chicago Bears. And you got to credit J.J. McCarthy. Not the greatest start in the world, Paul, but he battled back and finished like a champion. And his pulling that football down, scoring that touchdown, that's on grit. A lot of improvements that can be made.
We have a problem.
That's Jeffrey Okudah that's on there, and he kind of came up on the hit, and it looked like he either hit his arm or something. It didn't look to me like it was a twist or anything along those lines. However, you got an army of doctors huddled over him, so that could be a problem.
Ben Lieber is going to interview Jordan Mason coming up here soon. J.J. McCarthy finishes 13 of 20, 143, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 to Justin Jefferson, the other to Aaron Jones. He also had a rushing touchdown where it was a bootleg, and he went sprinting out to the right and got into the end zone. He also threw a pick six early in the third quarter to former Viking Nashawn Wright. That went for 74. So just a complete potpourri of experience this evening for J.J. McCarthy.
Absolutely, Paul. And then the thing about it is that mistakes were made, big ones, but you still won the game.
Yeah, we're waiting for Ben Lieber to get with Jordan Mason. We don't want to get backed up. So your Minnesota Vikings won 27-24. They head home a 1-0 team. This is Minnesota Vikings.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more. It's all on the Sirius XM app. Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
SiriusXM NBA Radio is your home all year long for 24/7 coverage of the National Basketball Association.
LeBron dribbling, drives to the paint, puts it up, in, and a foul. Are you kidding me?
We are bringing you exclusive access to the biggest basketball stars in the world.
Joined now by the two-time MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
To win a championship moving forward, it never becomes easier. It always becomes harder.
Enjoy interactive, live NBA commentary all day long.
No matter how much talent you have, if you don't play as a team, you can't win.
Let those guys in the front office run the team, dude.
And of course, all the nightly, rim-rocking, heart-pounding, buzzer-beating, play-by-play action your ears can handle.
Behind the board, knocks down an 8-foot jumper. SGA has come to play tonight, baby.
Basketball is our life. On Sirius XM NBA Radio Channel 86 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Hi, I'm Andy Bashir, Governor of Kentucky. Outside my official role, I host a podcast on progress, Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. Each week, I sit down with leaders, educators, and everyday folks with extraordinary stories. We talk about what connects us, family, faith, current events, and the challenges we all share. It's an honest conversation and different perspectives. Listen anytime on the Sirius XM app. And join me for a special live show where we can talk together Tuesday at noon on Progress 127.
This is Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6:30 Eastern on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The copyright in this broadcast is owned by the Minnesota Vikings Football, LLC. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Minnesota Vikings Football, LLC is prohibited.
Vikes win by 3. Ben Lieber is on the field with Adam Thielen.
Thanks a lot, PA. Yeah, Adam, listen, offensively, not a whole lot going on first 3 quarters. Then we get to the fourth quarter, and then 3 straight touchdown drives. What did you see the difference between the first 3 and that last quarter?
Well, I'll say this. I think on the sideline we had a lot of confidence at some point it was going to change, and we just needed a little bit of momentum. And we knew once we had that, it was the rest is history. It's rare to have so much confidence with how tough the start was of the game, but you could feel it on the sideline, and just excited to come out on top of this one. That's just what happens. That's what winning football looks like. You find a way to win. It's not always going to be pretty. Hopefully it's a lot prettier next week, but it's good to get a week 1 win.
I know you've been around J.J. McCarthy a little bit, especially in the offseason, but you are still new to this team. You were not around during all of training camp. What gave you guys that collectively, that confidence in him in his first start?
I think it's just his poise. I think it's his attitude, his mindset. You feel it. I felt that the day that I threw with him in Woodbury, Minnesota, on a practice field, the high school field, like you could just feel his energy and his passion and his competitiveness. And so you know when you got a guy like that, he's a gamer, man. He's going to show up when those lights come on. And we knew we just had to settle in and wait for him to kind of take off and get comfortable, and that's what happened.
You know, it seemed like the offensive line, especially in the run game, it took a while for them to get comfortable. Another new guy on the team, Jordan Mason, he was electric today. Didn't get a touchdown, but ran for some really tough yardage. What do you see out of him, and why is he so important for this offense?
Again, I think going in this game, there was so much confidence in him and our running game. And so just to see him execute, you know, we were just waiting for it to pop. Once it popped, we knew it was going to be there, and just glad to get the dub.
How good did that 2-point conversion feel to you?
It was good. I was a little angry, so it's all good. Good to get the dub.
Appreciate it. All right, as we're jogging off the field, back to you guys.
That was fantastic. Thank you, Ben, and thank you, Pete, and thank all of you for listening to J.J. McCarthy's debut, which was topsy-turvy. It had some metaphorical moguls, but at the end of the equation, he registered 3 touchdowns, 2 with his arm, 1 with his legs, and he guided the Minnesota Vikings to a grinder of a 27-24 victory in a game produced by Chad Abbott and Chris Hockey, on-site producer engineer Jared Wells, master control supervisor Brandon Molesky, production coordinator Diego, highlight coordinator Zach Alverson, Brian Harper was the statistician and spotter. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Paul Allen. Here comes the post-game show with Muss. Thank you very much and have a great night.
Time now for the Vikings post-game report on the Minnesota Vikings Audio Network. Brought to you by U.S. Bank, Polaris, Coors Light, and by Pentair. Now, with exclusive access and interviews from the locker room, it's the official Vikings post-game show with Mike Mussman on the Minnesota Vikings Audio Network.
Vikings are 1-0 to start the season, 27-24. They get the win in Chicago, and Mark Rosen, HOF, joins me. And Rosie, honestly, you watch this Vikings offense in the first half, you're like, oh my gosh, we got nothing going on here. We can't get any kind of tempo. On third downs, we were abysmal throughout. And then you get that pick 6 in the third quarter, and you're thinking, well, that's 17-6. This game's pretty much over. And then comes the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the fourth quarter was, about as lopsided as it gets. You're right, Muss. When it was 17-6 after McCarthy threw that pick 6, I think a lot of Viking fans were saying, is it too late to go get Aaron Rodgers? I mean, it was. The kid experienced everything in his debut tonight, and that's a good thing because, whether you're hearing from the Mannings or whether you hear from Troy Aikman, Tom Brady, they all said this is not going to be a smooth ride. And he had a lot of bumps early on where the tempo was off. They almost had delay of games. They were just out of sync. The running game wasn't producing anything. And even after the third quarter, then all of a sudden the Vikings get 164 yards. The Bears have -1. The defense came alive. Jordan Mason proved why the Vikings went after him. And they grinded out a game that is going to look a lot bigger in the standings maybe weeks from now, that 27-24 win. But this night belongs to J.J. McCarthy because he not only had to prove it to his teammates, the coaching staff, the fan base, but I think to himself a little bit to say that,